May it please, my lord.
Yes.
I beg to mention for listing for tomorrow, my lord, motion matter, my lord.
Why tomorrow?
Yes, my lord, I am holding the post of principal, my lord. Now, my lord, respondent authority arranges, my lord, to give others, my lord. It is, my lord.
Friday.
Friday, my lord, appointment, if my lord, appointment order was issued, my lord, yesterday, my lord. It was still, my lord, I am holding, my lord. Kindly for tomorrow, my lord.
Twenty-six of supplementary leave withdrawal. 26.
Well, I'm sorry.
You're in this metro?
My lord.
You're in this metro?
Yes, my lord. Your lordship will,
First motion, second motion.
the petitioner, before your lordship, my lord, he is an aspirant for a post of. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, my lord. 27 is mine, my lord. I'm sorry, I'm really listening.
26.
I am 26.
26.
26.
Yes, Lawyer.
Oh, I'm sorry, my lord, I must have missed the. Let me just. Oh, my lord, that brief has been taken away from me. I'm no longer representing the.
No, you're withdrawing this writ petition.
No, my lord, not me. I have not requested for, the brief was taken away from me a long time back.
Then who's appearing? Okay, after some time.
My lord.
I think one of daily leave motion.
I'm for the respondent number 3, the National Medical Commission in the instant matter. Sorry.
Yesterday, we had filed the rejoinder to the affidavit in opposition.
Who is the affidavit in opposition? When did you file it, Mr. Gogol?
Well, we have filed the affidavit on 7th.
7.
17th August.
17.
And we have filed our reply yesterday.
Page 194.
Page 194. There's no page
Start.
194.
The running page number, my lord.
No, your affidavit is not on record.
I'm sorry.
Nor your reply.
Reply.
Those two may be then called for minutes.
Yes.
Let it come on record. We'll list it on Friday.
Can it be on tomorrow? Then? Because
Tomorrow will be a-
because the admissions are starting
Thursday,
from
madam.
first.
Let it on a hearing day, madam. It take some time.
Thursday.
Regarding medical admission.
On Thursday, madam.
But Mr. Ganguly, then the council. Mr. B. Gogol and the standing council health department submits that he has filed affidavit in opposition
Respondent number 2, madam.
on 17/8/2020. Mr. Ganguly and the council for the petition also submits that he has filed a reply to the affidavit in opposition on yesterday you filed it
Yesterday.
on 21st of August 2020. Register to verify and place the same on reports you found in order. Stop list the matter again on. You want it on?
Thursday, madam.
Thursday, 24th. minutes.
Lordship, I'm appearing for the respondent number 3, DK Boyddo.
Mr. DK Baitia, when a council appears. for this.
Deeply obliged, my lord.
27 of supplementary leave motion.
Please, your lordship. My lord, this is regarding selection of assistant professor
Oh,
in my lord provincialized college The petitioner before lordship, my lord, he has got all the eligibility of PhD, NAT and everything, my lord, that is required. Your lordship may kindly come to page 35. There was a communication from the government to the director of higher education at page 35. The Undersecretary to the Governor of Assam in the Higher Education Department writes to the director with subject is, my lord, appointment of assistant professor in provincialized colleges who are from outside the state. With reference to the subject and letter cited above, I am directed to inform you that the government of Assam in the Higher Education Department regrets to consider the proposal for appointment of assistant professor in provincialized colleges who are from outside the state. Now, my lord, the petitioner before lordship, he up to higher secondary, he was from outside the state. Thereafter graduation onwards, my lord, he is a my lord student of the Guwahati University. Then your lordship may kindly come to my lord, page 42. This order of the government communicating the director that no person outside the state should be appointed. That was my lord challenged. Your lordship will find at page 42. That is a judgment. The relevant position, my lord, portion your lordship will find at page 49. Paragraph 27. Mr. K. Gugoi, Standing Counsel, Higher Education Department, fairly submitted that there cannot be any such restriction with regard to public employments violating the provisions of Article 16 of the Constitution. Then your lordship may skip and come to paragraph 30. Considering the entire aspect of the matter and after hearing the learned counsel for the parties, it is found that the decision of the state government in the Higher Education Department communicated by letter number such and such dated 1/2/2022 that your lordship has just read, my lord, being in violation of the provisions of Article 16 of the Constitution of India is not tenable in law. Accordingly, the said decision of the state government in the Higher Education Department communicated by letter number such and such dated 1/2/2022 being illegal is hereby set aside and quashed. My lord, the petitioner also filed the writ petition and the order passed in his writ petition is at page 39. 39, my lord.
Yes.
Saurabh Saha, he is the, my lord, petitioner herein also.
Yeah.
Along with two others, he filed it. Then page 40, your lordship may come to the, my lord, last but one paragraph. Both the communications dated 1/2/2022 and 10/2/2022 have been set aside by this court by order dated 21/2/2023, passed in WPC number 1268 and 1262, on the ground that the same is in violation of the principles of Article 16 of the Constitution. In this view of the matter, court is of the considered opinion that nothing survives. Now, my lord, the petitioner applied in different colleges, and in a particular college, my lord, Pub Kamrup College, he was called for interview. The interview call letter your lordship will find at page 52. Subject interview for the post of assistant professor, Department of Geography. And the, my lord, date was fixed on, my lord, 10/8/2023. And he appeared, when he appeared in the, my lord, interview, he said that since you are not from outside the state, we cannot consider your application. Then your candidature. Then he also, my lord, submitted an application on the same day, giving the orders of this honorable court, that those orders have been already set aside by this honorable court. But then what has been stated verbally to him is that unless there is a direction from the director of higher education, we have to go by the earlier direction of this. So that is the case, my lord. Now on 10th of August, my lord, the interview has taken place. Thereafter, my lord, the GB approves it. We don't have any information whether GB approved it or not. Then it goes to the director of higher education. On approval of the director of higher education only, my lord, the appointment can be made. Therefore, my lord, I pray that, my lord, this selection process must be stayed, my lord. No one should be appointed pursuant to that selection. Because I was not, my lord, interviewed. Said that you are not from the state.
You were not interviewed.
I was not interviewed. Said that you are from outside the state. Therefore, your candidacy cannot be considered.
Yes, it does.
Admittedly, that notification has been set aside. Let notification at this moment.
Issuing notice will not help the issue. Particularly, you can take some instructions, otherwise I'll have to pass a stay order.
Yes, I'll take instructions because whether from the government side any such notification after setting aside that notification, whether any subsequent notification has been issued or not to the that.
My lord, the understanding that was given that, well, the High Court may have set us this order, but we are bound by what the director says. And there is no clarification from the director. My lord, that cannot be a ground of not rejecting my candidature, my lord. And I have made a statement, my lord. Even if the interview marks are not given to me, my academic career is such that no other candidate will get this job, my lord. I have made a statement to that effect, and I have annexed all my documents, my lord. The petitioner is a very brilliant career boy. That statement also I have made, my lord. Even if you do not take my interview, 3 marks you do not give, even then I'll be the first one to be selected. Only because, my lord, I do not, initially I am not from the state. Although, my lord, graduation, post-graduation, PhD, MPhil, everything is done here. NET is also done from here, my lord. And the order dated 1/2/2022 having been set aside, my lord, they cannot refuse my candidature. Therefore, my lord, unless your lordship, my lord, till he obtains instruction, my lord, no appointment should be made. Let him come with the records, my lord, and see what is there with clear instruction. Because, my lord, we do not know what is the state of the approval of the GB and the approval of the director.
Where is that earlier order that you have filed, the writ petition?
The order that has been set aside is at page 35.
No, that is fine. And the, that writ petition which you filed?
Writ petition, my lord,
Yeah.
my writ petition order is at page 39.
It's based on page 42 order. It is based on 42.
Because my writ petition was closed because it has already been set aside by the order at page 42.
With the director's letter addressed to the principals?
Page 35. Director's letter to principal is at page 38, my lord. Pursuant to the order at page 35, the director has written to different colleges on 10/2/2022. That has also been set aside, my lord. Your lordship has already seen page 38.
Heard Mr. M.K. Chowdhury, the senior counsel,
M. Sharma.
assisted by Mr. M.
M.
Sharma. the corporate counsel. Stop. Follow. The Undersecretary to the Government of Assam, Higher Education Department, wrote a letter dated 1st February 2023, addressed to the Director of Higher Education Assam, informing that the Government of Assam in the Higher Education Department regrets to consider the proposal for appointment of assistant professor in provincialized colleges who are from outside the state. Stop. Consequent to the communication dated 1st February 2023, the Director of Higher Education Assam addressed to all the colleges, addressed to the principals of all colleges, forwarded the government letter dated 1/2/2022. Don't select this one. The consequent to the sense of the Director of Higher Education Assam by a letter dated 10/2/2022. address to the principals of colleges oblique Mahavidyalayas. Forwarded the government letter dated 1/2/2022 on the subject of regret to consider the proposal for appointment of assistant professor in provincialized colleges who are from outside the states. Stop it. Para. Being aggrieved with the communications dated 1st February 2022 and 10/10/2022.
1 to 22, my lord.
Yeah. 1/2/2022
And 10/2022.
10/2022.
My lord.
Some aggrieved parties approached this court by filing WBC 1268 and 1262 of 2022, challenging the communications dated 1/2/2022 and 10/2/2022, which was set aside as being violative of Article 16 of Constitution of India by order dated 21/2/2022. The petitioner also challenged petitioner also challenged the communications dated 10/2/2022. No, 1/2/2022 and 10/2/2022 by filing WBC number 2618
618 of
of
2020.
2022, which was disposed of by order dated 3/8/2023 on the ground that as both the communications dated 1/2/2022 and 10/2/2022 have been set aside by this court by order dated 21/2/2023 in WBC number 1268 and 1262 of 2022. Nothing survives in the said writ petition. Voilà. It is the case of the petitioner. The thereafter, he was called for interview for the post of assistant professor, Department of Geography
Principal boli বলেনি,
in Kamrup College,
Pope Kamrup College.
Pope Kamrup College by letter dated 31/7/2023. However, on the date of the interview, the petitioner was not interviewed on the ground that on the ground that as the director had already communicated by letter dated 10/2/2022 with regard to the non-consideration for appointment of assistant professors who are who are from outside the state of Assam. So, we therefore, it is therefore submitted that though the petitioner is meritorious than the other candidate, he may not be selected as he was not interviewed on the date of interview. So, Mr. S. Das, the Standing Council,
Higher Education, I'm
Higher
appealing.
Education Department, is
What-
directed to take instructions in the matter. Till the next suitable date. The selection of the post of assistant professor from a Department of Geography in Pope Kamrup College shall not be finalized. Stop. Please, the matter again on.
Hello,
How much time do you require?
2 weeks will be enough.
We give it 2 weeks.
My lord.
This is the matter up to 2 weeks.
God bless.
Absolutely.
26.
Met legal officer.
Yes, yes.
As per the instruction of the petitioner, withdraw this case, Your Lordship.
You are Mr.
BLESK.
Mr. B. Ali SK. Learning counsel for the petitioner submits that he has instructions to withdraw this. Stop. No. Mr. B. Ali Sheikh. Learning counsel for the petitioner press for withdrawal of this week petition. On instructions from the petitioner. Stop. Mr. SK, Mr. SMT Chisti. Then standing counsel. Appears for the elementary education department. With petition is secondary dismissed and withdrawn.
God bless you.
2, 3, 4, and 5. Admission.
It is a lordship. Lordship, we have filed according to after the last order, lordship, we have filed an additional affidavit, lordship, where we have brought on record a letter dated 6/3/2023.
Where is your additional affidavit?
But we have not been served any copy. of it. And my learned
When
senior,
did you file your additional affidavit?
Lordship, Saturday, lordship. 19.
That is not on record. It is on record. It's not. Huh? It is a mental.
কনফার্ম করবো লাগিব স্যার আপনার ম্যানেজার মোটো কনফার্ম করবো ফোন করবো
my learned senior for the private respondents has also not received any copy.
Lordship can fix another date, your lordship. Meanwhile, they can also, I'll ensure that the copies are served by today, your lordship. And lordship,
Mr. N. Cowdham, learned counsel for the petitioners. Submits that he has filed an additional affidavit on Saturday,
Saturday, 19.
on 19th of August 2020. Registry to verify the same. Registry to verify and place the same on report. Comma, it should be found in all.
Lordship will fix it. Lordship will fix a date, your lordship.
When do you want? When do you want?
30th. Or in between 11 to 15, my lord.
Lordship can have on 31st, your lordship, Thursday, your lordship.
31st, I have some difficulty on 31st.
Then we'll have to go to September.
7th, lordship.
7 months.
7 will be difficult. Just 2 working days. 12th,
12th, lordship.
Mr. Metron. September. Meantime, you finish copies to the.
Lordship, I'll ensure it's done by today, your lordship.
Deeply obliged.
6.
This is regarding the appointment of principal, my lord. Last week, my lord, the matter was heard at length. If your lordship kindly go through, my lord, that order dated 16 August 23, my lord. কি হলো?
In this case, my lord, BTC council is lax in port number 1, my lord.
হ'ব, চাকচোন, আহিবনে নাই?
Time being problem. Time being problem.
So for time being, my lord. She had
For-
received the instruction, my lord.
Yes, my lord. That letter I have also got, my lord.
1 minute.
If your lordship kindly go through the order, last order, my lord. Order to পঢ়িব দিয়া, order খন মোৰো আছিলে, তাক আনিছিলো মই। আহিলে ভাল আছিল, কিন্তু তাই তাতে মাজে মাজে আছে। এইটো ক'তো কিবা বুলি কয়। অলপ কাম আগুৱাই থওক, মিলাই লওক। এখন লেটাৰখন প্ৰডিউচ কৰিবহে। বুজিছো, মই আনিছো। Yes, sir, understand. ওইটা কোনো নিয়ম পারে এখানে এখানে ইনসার্ট দেওয়াটা মানে এটা এখন সেকশন হয়ে যাবে এখন কেমন বিটে দিবা না ফলে দিতে পারবে কেমন বিটে দিয়ে না ফলে তাতে বুঝে ওখান দিবেন Lagi sakti man ba doni doni ang hinipirhan. Kristo mo diya ba doni? Kristo na. At pag sakti man ba hinipirhan? Mahay na naman. Kristo na pa. Para zigilera. Hindi হয় সে গলে ভাড়া Yes, my lord. That letter, my lord.
Ultimately, record will have to be perused.
Yes.
And
Your lordship, become video.
let the council for the BPC.
Yes,
come,
ma'am.
your
Let her come.
lordship.
But your lordship can kindly go through the letter, my lord. This is the letter. And I have prepared a short, my lord, regarding his continuation as in suspense. In the letter, my lord, it is clarified that is post or postgraduate teacher with the subject of political science with immediate effect. Then he was that Jayanta Saharia, postgraduate teacher of Kalanga High School, Udalguri district is hereby allowed to act as in-charge principal of the school, High Sri Science, retired under 7. Let her come, madam. Time being. It's
May it be lordship, this matter, lordship has heard this matter for 2-3 occasions, madam. Even one of the students have been rusticated from college.
You were the other side.
But on the
Yeah,
last
but-
occasion also, they were not there. He's for the university.
Body university.
But on the last occasion also, madam, the council for the college was not there. Even today, he's absent, madam.
Your Guwahati University.
Well,
All
Yeah.
the-
yes, my lord, here, my lord. The students were not, they were rusticated from college, my lord, on the allegation that, my lord, on the 31st of May 2022, my lord, after the function, farewell function, which was held in honor of one of the retiring teacher, my lord, the students, my lord, they were found to be dancing, my lord. That was videotaped and it was, my lord, circulated in the social media. That is the way, my lord, that is the main ground on which, my lord, they have been rusticated. And, my lord, no
What about-
inquiry.
What about your other sides?
My lord, last occasion also, lordship, my lord, they were not there. Even today, my lord, they are not there. My lord. They are not interested, it seems, my lord, to pursue this matter, my lord. But, my lord, I am suffering.
3, 4, and 5.
Yes, my lord. They have appeared, they have filed a affidavit also. But they are not appearing, my lord. And the allegations, my lord, which they say, now documents which they have annexed with their affidavit, my lord, all those allegations are against the general secretary of the college, but not against me. But only allegation which I have found in one of the documents, my lord, which they have annexed, is that, my lord, the general secretary used to debate with that LS girl student, my lord, in my presence, my lord. And for that, my lord, I have been, my lord, debarred from sitting in the examination. And the main, my lord, the main person, my lord, who had danced with his shirt off, well, he has been let go scot-free, my lord. He has been allowed to sit in the examination. But suppose I am concerned, the two petitioners are concerned, my lord, who have been debarred, my lord. And without holding any inquiry, my lord. Because the impugn order says, my lord, the decision was taken in a staff committee meeting held on 25th of May 2022, my lord. No inquiry as such one.
Where's the college?
My lord, let it be at 2, my lord. If they don't appear, my lordship may dispose of this matter, my lord, because
No, I'll
this-
fix a date. I'll pass an order saying if they don't appear next day, it will be proceeded ex parte.
let it be on Friday, my lord. Then. Because my lord, we are suffering, my lord, because we have lost one valuable year. my lord.
Heard Mr. M.R. Article, counsel for the petition. Also heard Mr. K. Gogol, the standing counsel, higher education,
I am for 1 and 2.
correspondence 1 and 2. And Mr.
Yeah, I'm
A. Amit,
correspondent number 6.
standing counsel, Bharati University 6, correspondent number 6. None appears for the respondents 3, 4, and 5. Despite their names being reflected in the process. This is the matter again on 29th,
My lord,
29th, Tuesday. On which date,
29 August. Next.
if the respondents 3, 4, and 5 are not represented, this space shall proceed ex parte again.
my lordship, may kindly note, my lord, even in the last date, they were not there.
That's why I'm
Yes.
saying it should proceed there.
All
Why
right,
not you inform them also?
yes, my lord, I will inform them. Yes. Oblige, my lord.
7 of daily list orders.
May please, Your Lordship. My lord, here is a review application. Perhaps my learned friend is appearing. On the last two occasions, my lord,
Yeah, please.
the private respondents, my lord, were not represented.
Uh,
Lord, in fact, here, my lord, my review application rests on a very short campus. Lord, in fact, what has
They
happened?
all are represented?
Yes, my lord.
Yes. You are there, Fukan?
Department.
11. And you are for?
7 and 8, private respondent.
Lord, in fact, what has happened? Lord, the petitioner at page 18, my lord,
1
He-
minute, 1 minute.
my lord.
Yes.
If your lordship comes to page 18, my lord, this is the order passed by the Honorable Court on 10/12/2012 in writ petition 633/2012. Here, my lord, he preferred this writ petition, my lord, asking for financial assistance on the ground, my lord, that he is senior to respondents 6 and 7. And the Honorable Court, by order, my lord, this order at page 19, if your lordship comes to the next page, my lord, having found that the question involves disputed question of facts, therefore, my lord, it reads as follows: this, since the matter involves disputed question of facts, the writ petition is disposed of, directing the Director of Elementary Education Assam to cause an inquiry and to decide the issue relating to seniority of the petitioner vis-a-vis respondents 6 and 7 for the purpose of financial assistance. So this was the order by which, my lord, and my lord, inquiry, my lord, was directed to conduct by the director and thereby to ascertain, my lord, the seniority of the petitioner vis-a-vis the private respondent. Thereafter, my lord, pursuant to this order, the Director of Elementary Education, my lord, at page 20, after hearing all the parties concerned, my lord, he had passed this order. This is the relevant, my lord, order, so I am reading it out, my lord. This is 21st of June 2012, order. The order and direction of the Honorable Guwahati High Court passed on 10/2/2012 in WBC 633/2012, Sonabuddin Mullah versus State of Assam and others. The report submitted by the petitioners and the respondents at the time of hearing. It should be, my lord, petition, my lord, instead of report. Findings. Grievance of the petitioner. The grievance of the petitioner, namely Muhammad Sonabuddin Mullah, is there. He is the senior most assistant teacher of Bahadur Tari ME School under Dhubri district, but the SMC has shown him to be junior than the respondents 6 and 7. That is Sheikh Muhammad Zakir Hussain and Sheikh Anwar Hussain, and deprived from the benefit of financial assistance. Judgment of the Honorable High Court. The Honorable High Court disposed the writ petition dated 10/2/2012 by directing the Director of Elementary Education Assam to cause an inquiry and then to decide the issue relating to seniority of the petitioner vis-a-vis the respondent 6 and 7 for the purpose of financial assistance. As per order of the Honorable High Court dated 10/2/2012, a hearing held on 28th of March 2012 in respect of WBC 633/2012, Sonabuddin Mullah versus State of Assam and others against the directorate, white letter number so-and-so dated 1/3/2012, and the following persons were present. In presence of these persons, my lord, Muhammad Ahid Khan, statistical assistant as the representative of District Elementary Education Officer, Dhubri. Muhammad Sofiur Rahman as the representative of Deputy Inspector of Schools, Dhubri. Muhammad Noshad Ali Sarkar, Headmaster, Bahadur Tari ME School. Sheikh Muhammad Zakir Hussain, Assistant Teacher, Bahadur Tari ME School. Muhammad Naib Ali, President, SMC, Bahadur Tari ME School. Muhammad Anwar Hussain Sheikh, Senior Teacher, Bahadur Tari ME School. Petitioner Sonabuddin Mullah. Date of appointment 8/8/1995. As per date of appointment, the petitioner Sonabuddin Mullah is senior than the respondent number 6, Sheikh Muhammad Zakir Hussain. It appears that the petitioner is senior than the respondent in service. As per records, the joining of the petitioner respondent is as below. Sonabuddin Mullah, that is the petitioner, date of joining 8/8/95. Muhammad Zakir Hussain, date of joining 12/2/2008. So after more than, my lord, 10 years. Though the SMC in Venture School is the authority for appointment and termination of employees, in the instant case, the law of natural justice is denied to the petitioner by the SMC. The SMC will revise the earlier stand and will consider the case of the petitioner in terms of the aforesaid observation. Now, your lordship will see on the presence of each and everybody, including the representative of the District Elementary Education Officer, Deputy Inspector of Schools, the my lord, Headmaster himself, everyone, my lord, were present on the, my lord, date of hearing. And pursuant to this, my lord, the Director of Elementary Education has ascertained, my lord, the seniority of the petitioner over, my lord, the respondent. That is, my lord, the Muhammad Zakir Hussain. Now, this order, my lord, as on date, it still stands, my lord.
No, this order in this decision, in the decision part,
Yes, my lord.
it was left to the SMC to revise the order. Correct?
My lord,
SMC will revise the earlier stand and will consider the case of the petitioner in terms of aforesaid. What did the SMC do?
my lord, yes, my lord. In fact, subsequent, I'm coming to that, my lord. Here, my lord, there is a findings.
Yes.
My lord, I'll come to the SMC part later on. My lord, here is a findings, my lord, that I am senior. Now, whether the SMC had done it or not, this findings remains, my lord. This finding is still holding the field. Because, my lord, this order was never put to challenge at any point of time by the aggrieved party, by Muhammad, my lord, Zakir Hussain. The findings of the director, my lord, is holding the field that I am senior over him. The finding remains, my lord. Now,
Zakir Hussain is the response number.
my lord, he কিমান আপুনি ইয়াতে?
In the present.
In the
review,
present, my lord, he is seven, my lord.
7, my lord.
And the seniority dispute is with, my lord, this particular person.
How about 8?
How 8 is admittedly, my lord, he is not in the fray, my lord. 8 is not in the fray. So therefore, my lord, this particular findings of the director, that, my lord, I am senior, my lord, has never been put to challenge either in appeal, my lord, or in review. So my respectful submission, these findings, my lord, is holding the field. Thereafter, my lord, in view of this particular findings, my lord, I again approach this court saying that I have been adjudged senior by the director. So please release me the financial assistance. That was not released. Eventually, my lord, I had again, my lord, to come before the court by filing another writ petition, my lord. That is, your lordship will find that page, my lord, 22, my lord. This, my lord, was numbered and registered as 4773/2012. Page 22. My lord, the petitioner Sonabuddin Molla. And this is order, my lord, 9/11/2012. My lord, if I read the, my lord, order, the petitioner is serving page 23, the operative part, my lord, is serving as a teacher of the venture school, Bahadutari Ami School in Dhubri district. He is aggrieved by the placement of private respondents 7 and 8 above him amongst the list of teacher, although the petitioner was appointed earlier to those 2 respondents. In this manner, the petitioner is likely to be deprived of the share of the financial assistance provided by the government to the concerned venture school. Then your lordship will come to last part, my lord. In the interim, having regard to the order dated 21/6/2012, my lord, this is the order of the director, which I have, my lord, just now drawn your lordship's attention. The share of financial assistance issued to the Bahadutari Ami School in Dhubri district shall not be disbursed either to the private respondent 7 or 8 or to the petitioner, and their share be kept aside at the time of disbursal to others. Now, your lordship will kindly take note of, while passing this order by the honorable court, the order of the director was duly considered. It was taken into account that there is a, my lord, ascertainment with regard to my seniority, my lord. And this order has been referred to in this order. Subsequently, my lord, I again filed a miscase for releasing my share, my lord, that your lordship will find at page 24. This miscase is, my lord, 195/13, my lord, in the same WPC 4773/12. If your lordship sees at the top.
Yes.
My lord, eventually the operative part as page 25, my lord, this is the order by which, my lord, the interim order was passed by this honorable court. Be that as it may, having regard to the interim order dated 9/11/2012 and the seniority declaration in petitioner's favor on 21/6/2012 by the District Elementary Education Assam. Again, my lord, this has been considered. The service of the respondent 7 and 8 should not be provincialized in the Bahadutari Ami School by ignoring the petitioner. So these 2 orders were passed, my lord, in the midst of the proceedings of, my lord, WPC 4773/2012. These are admitted facts, my lord, that my seniority had been ascertained. But what had happened, my lord, when this matter finally came to be disposed of by this honorable court, which, my lord, the order at page 17, which is, my lord, sought to be reviewed now, my lord. If your lordship comes to page 16, this is WPC 4773/2012, the operative part at page 17, my lord. Now, while this matter was taken up, my lord, inadvertently, neither the counsel for the petitioner nor for the respondents, my lord, pointed out to your lordships, my lord, that an order has already been passed by the director in compliance of earlier direction, my lord. So therefore, there was no requirement of ascertaining, my lord, the seniority. Now, this order reads as follows: as agreed to by the learned counsel for the parties, this writ petition is disposed of, directing the respondents, more particularly the respondent 2, to cause a scrutiny of the matter through the prescribed agencies to determine as to who is senior, the petitioner or the respondent 7, entitling to provincialization of service, my lord. So this part of the order, my lord, I am seeking review. My respectful submission is, my lord, this is a mistake committed by, my lord, the counsel for the petitioner. Neither the petitioner nor, my lord, the respondents pointed out to your lordships, my lord, that the ascertainment has already been done. So had this been pointed out, this order would not have been passed, my lord. So while passing this order of ascertaining the seniority, my lord, the order passed by the director was already holding the field. So the subsequent order, which was passed, my lord, pursuant to this order, my lord, is at page 26, my lord. This order is passed by the district elementary education officer, who is a subordinate to the, my lord, director. And while passing this order, my lord, the order of the director was not considered. There is no reference, my lord, of the order of the director. So therefore, my respectful submission is the subsequent order of the district elementary education officer is redundant, my lord, since the order of the director is holding the field. So therefore, this part of the order at page, my lord, 17 requires to be reviewed, my lord, by this honorable court. So this is my lord, simple submission, my lord. Had this, my lord, party pointed out to your lordships, my lord, that there is already an ascertained ban, the order at page 17, order dated 28/5/2014, would never have been passed by this honorable court. So this is my lord, simple submission. Because the order of director, my lord, is holding the field, and the subsequent order of the district elementary education officer is a redundant order, my lord, that could not have, my lord, extinguished the earlier order, or it could not have, my lord, prevailed over, my lord, the earlier order. So this is my humble submission.
Yes. Let's. Prayer of the review petitioner is the financial assistance, my lord, getting financial assistance, that is already been discontinued. Financial, there is no financial scheme at all, my lord, provincial, after the enactment of the Provincialization Act, financial assistance scheme is abandoned, my lord. The Provincialization Act comes. And after coming the 17 acts, my lord. After 17 acts, my lord, my name has been recommended as the social officer of that school, and his name has been recommended as a non-eligible teacher by the district scrutiny committee as a linguist teacher, because as per the 17 Act, 3 teachers post will be provincialized. Number linguist teacher 1, science teacher 1, and social teacher. I am teaching social subjects, and my name has been recommended as the social teacher. His name has recommended a non-eligible as the linguist teacher. So seniority is not counted, but because as per 17 Act, seniority is not the matter. Matter is the subject category. He has not teaching the social studies. He has teaching the language subject. He can demand in the language subject. That is the another matter. Another matter is that he was appointed as the sectional teacher against the class of 5. That 5 class already been shifted to the LP school. There is no class 5 in that school as after the coming Right to Education Act, and so he has been dismissed from his service by the managing committee as the class has been shifted to the LP school. He is no longer teacher in this school, my lord. No longer is, and financial assistance we have not received, my lord. We have not. If his grievance getting the financial assistance, and he may get, but that scheme is already been discontinued. Provincial has been calm, my lord. And various development has been made. His game has already been over, my lord. And if he has only the grievance, he may file the appeal under section 14 of the Act 2017. If he has the grievance against me or any.
No. He's not against all this thing. What he's saying is that the order that was passed by this court is an error apparent on the face of reports, and therefore that order has to be reviewed.
My lord, the order which he want to review, my lord, he want to review, my lord. And he said that he wanted to financial assistance, but that the order by the order he is review the directed to decide the entitlement of the provincialization. That aspect was brought into the court by the miscase by him. Miscase, kindly see his miscase. Miscase. The provincialization matter has come by the miscase. So the order was passed. Why he wanted the review, my lord. His miscase, my lord. Miscase number 195. Prayer of the miscase, my lord. Prayer of the miscase here he mentioned, my lord. In the premises aforesaid, therefore prayed that your honor lordship would be grievously pleased to admit this petition. Miscase, my lord. His miscase 195/2013.
Yes.
Yes, my lord. Here he has clearly mentioned, my lord. Admit this petition and be pleased to pass an order modifying, altering the interim order so and so passed by this honorable court in so and so with the additional direction restraining the respondents from provincialization either the Bahadur Peri ME school or the teacher of the said school, including the petitioner disposal of the petition, madam. Provincialization, madam. Question of the provincialization has brought into the before the court. That's why that order was passed by the court. He want to review that order now.
Yes, because here the issue of provincialization has kept in.
Hmm.
Now, when the court passed the order, under review,
Earlier order court was not directed to not to provincialize. Only seniority was Malat. In persons of the High Court order, seniority was decided by the director. Seniority order.
so
But here,
seniority, the petitioner is senior to you.
yes, no doubt petitioner, but senior to me. But he has been teaching Hindi teacher, my lord, and I am teaching social teacher.
So that part we can consider in,
Yes, my lord.
in the main. writ
Yes,
petition.
madam. Yes, madam. Yes,
But
madam.
for the review purpose,
Yes, madam.
it appears there's already an error.
By the
So
review,
we can review this order and have the main writ petition heard again later on.
yes, madam. If review petition is allowed, my lord, he is entitled to get the provincial financial assistance, my lord. The prayer of the financial
So
assistance.
that's
is the
what I'm
petition.
saying. This
Yes, sir.
review petition, it says entitling to provincialization of service. All right.
Hmm.
Director has already held that the petitioner is senior to you. Correct. So in that view of the matter, appears that there was some error on the appeal on the face of the courts. So that part we will rectify the matter. Have the writ petition reheard again. That's the whole thing.
Yes, madam.
We can hear it.
And this is the district level as going to be
No, no, that I'm not going into all this.
Yes,
When we had a writ petition, you can file your affidavit.
Yes.
You can- I'll give you an opportunity to file your affidavit.
Yes, sir.
Or a petitioner, he can rectify his writ. That's
Correct,
all.
correct.
I'm not deciding on merits.
Yes,
I'm deciding only on the review.
yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Is it okay? That's the only thing I can do today. You're Mr.
I'm SK Talukdar, my lord.
Hurt Mr. S.K. Talukdar, the responsible for the review petition. Stop. Also hurt Mr. A. Furqan, the standing counsel, elementary education for the respondents. For the opposite parties, 1, 2, and 3. How about 4?
Government and Deputy.
Mr. G. Bekul and government executive appears for respond number 4. Managing committee. And Mr.
No, madam, I am not.
Your good name, please.
7 and 8.
Your good name?
R Islam.
R. Islam, legal counsel for the respondents, 7 and 8. Stop. By this review petition, comma, the petitioner is seeking review of the order dated 28/5/2014, passed by this court in WBC number 4773 of 2012. Where the direction was issued to the respondent. Who is respondent number 2?
Respondent to Director of Elementary Education, my lord.
Direction was issued to the Director of Elementary Education, Assam, to post scrutiny of the matter through the prescribed agencies to determine as to who is senior, comma, the petitioner or the respond number 7, oblique Sheikh Muhammad Zakir Hussain, entitling to provincialization of services. Stop. Para. It is the case of the review petitioner that he had earlier filed a writ petition. Who is the writ petition?
Page 18, my lord.
which was
633.
registered as WBC number 633 of 2012. Whereby financial assistance was sought on the on the ground that the petitioner is senior to the respondents 6 and 7 Derry in the school called Bahadur Tari Emin School to stop. This court, by order dated 10/2/2012, disposed of WBC 633 of 2012 by holding that as the matter involves disputed question of facts, writ petition was disposed of. The said writ petition was disposed of, directing the Director of Elementary Education Assam to cause an inquiry and then to decide the issue relating to seniority of the petitioner vis-a-vis the respondents 6 and 7 oblique respondents 7 and 8 hearing for the purpose of financial assistance. Stop. Thereafter, the Director of Elementary Education Assam, after hearing all the parties concerned, passed an order on 21st of June 2012, holding that the petitioner is senior to the, who is Zakir Hussain here?
My lord, here he is respondent, my lord, in the present review application. My lord,
Who is senior to Sheikh Muhammad.
yes,
Zakir
respondent
Hussain,
7, my lord, 7.
Oblique respond number 7 here. However, this court, while passing the order and the review, i.e. 28/5/2014, passed in WBC 4773 of 2012. The set order of the director was not of the director dated 21st June 2012 was not placed before this court, and therefore this court has committed an error apparent on the face of reports by further directing the respondents, particularly the Director of Elementary Education Assam, to post scrutiny of the matter to the prescribed agencies to determine who is senior between the petitioner and the respondent number 7 hearing. On consideration of the materials available on informed, particularly the order dated 21st June 2012, issued by the Director Elementary Education Assam, whereby the petitioner was held to be senior to the present respondent number 7, put to the present opposite party number 7, this court is of the considered opinion that an error apparent on the face of the court has occurred while passing the order dated 28/5/2014, passed in WBC number 4773 of 2012. In that view of the matter, the order dated 28/5/2014, passed in WBC number 4773 of 2012, is hereby recalled. Is hereby recalled. Review petition is accordingly allowed. In the main review petition is this today, the main writ petition. Oh, it's accordingly allowed. What it was in the hearing stage or in the admission stage?
Although in fact it was closed, so therefore it has to be restored to file, my lord. The main application, The main writ petition 473/12.
Yes, WBC number 4773/2012 is accordingly restored back to file. Stop. List WBC number 4773/2012.
After 3 weeks.
After 2 weeks.
Deeply obliged.
After that, we'll see what will happen.
My lord.
Obliged.
8,
May I please, Your Honor? My lord, in the official dated 17/8/2023 shows that a service report is awaited, my lord. But my lord, in the meantime, the director has been changed, my lord.
You file an amendment of
Which time may be granted, my lord.
treatment application.
Yes, my lord.
Mr.
M. Hussain, my lord.
M. Hussain, learned counsel for the petitioner, prays for how much time?
2 weeks, my lord.
You will have to issue notice to the new incumbent. 3 weeks time only. It's allowed 3 weeks time to file an application for amendment of necessary part. List of the 3 weeks.
Most of it.
9 and 10,
May I please, Lordship?
Uh,
Lordship, so far, my lord, Lozima order dated 17/8/2023 is concerned. The service upon respondent number 2 is completed, my lord, which was delivered on 19/6/2023. And so far, service upon other respondent that was delivered on 6/12/2020. And only the service upon respondent 2 was remaining. That after, as per order of this court, fresh step was taken, and now that has been completed. The service upon all the respondents is completed. Now matter maybe
Anybody have any?
Item number 10, I appear for the respondent numbers 1 to 5.
No, item 9.
Respondent number 1 to 5.
Respondent number
1 to 5.
1 to 5. 1 to 5. But Wakalat must shown only respondent number 1. You have filed all the respondent.
You are appearing for 1 to 5.
Yes, sir.
And respondent number 6,
None appear.
notice.
Notice completed, my lord.
Where is that?
The office note 13/12/2022 and delivered on 6/12/2020. Upon all the respondent except respondent number 2.
In WC numbers, you must separate orders. 7030. Stop. But Mr.
K. Bhuyan.
K. Boyan, the counsel for this petition. Mr.
R. Dekar.
R. Dekal, the counsel appears on behalf of the respondents 1 to 5. Yes, sir. Peruse the office note dated 6/2022 with regard to service of notice on the respondent number 6. The notice on respondent number 6 shall be given. This the matter. 2 weeks,
The first week of September, my lord.
this the matter after 3 weeks. In the admission column. In the next case, 788, heard Mr. K. Boyan, the counsel for the petition.
Item number next, I am not appearing, my lord. This is quite different case, but tag with this matter is quite separate.
Who's appearing in item 9, 10?
PJ Fukan appears for the petitioner in item 10.
10. I am for item number 9. And my lord, this is not identical case. It was a case in the year 2017. Advertisement is quite different. Subject also quite different. Why this take with in this case? I am not aware of that. This is not identical, not similar situation. Quite different case, my lord. May it segregate, my lord.
Okay.
No, department, whatever, maybe subject is quite different. My advertisement and item number 10 advertisement quite different.
Shall we deem to be complete?
After
After that, on request made by the parties,
but advertisement is quite different.
segregate this matter from WBC number 7889 of 2017. And list the matter on its own up to 2 weeks.
I appear for the reference 1 to 5.
In item
10.
10, okay. In item 10, we
Yes.
discuss this order. None appears for the petition. Mr.
A Das.
A. Das, the council. Appears for the respondents.
1 to 5.
1 to 5. Stop. This the matter.
Item number 10, I am appearing for private response number 6.
And Mr.
Ardek.
R. Dekal, the council appears for respondents. So, notice on the respondents are complete. Accordingly, list this matter after 2 weeks in the accession call.
Blessed.
11 to
Good, sir.
Disposal হয়েছে
ঠিক আছে, তবে না সিরিয়ালি করে থাকবে। বলো না,
These are all analogous matter in regard to the teachers of Borkhetri College. I am appearing in item number 17 and 19. I would pray, my lord, that this item may kindly be taken up first, madam.
17 and
17 and 18.
these are
18, I'm sorry, 18 and 19. Same. I am appearing for the teacher of the geography department.
no, we are on item number. What?
These are all analogous matters, madam.
11 to 14.
This, my method is not analogous. 11 to 14 is not analogous. Because,
My item is analogous with item number 14.
No.
I don't know kyun, it is Borkhetri College on honey.
It is not been tagged with, my lord, our issue, my lord, with all respect to my respected senior friends, my lord, submission. Our case regarding, my lord, provincialization of the principal, vis-a-vis, my lord, the challenge made to the appointment of a new incumbent as a principal, my lord. So, my lord, that issue is a different issue, my lord.
And
And
my is in regard to provincialization of the services in the same college.
My lord. So therefore, our case can be heard, my lord, it is a 2014 matters, my lord, can be heard.
Just all are of 2014. Mine is
Fine.
also of 2014.
But these are different matters.
Different matters.
Of this, no, item number 40, my
Of-
friend and my item is of the same college. My friend's item is of a different.
This respondent
case
can
is
be-
there.
Oh.
A case was filed, it has a checkered history
My lord.
by Mr. Lokman Ali. His case was that his name was never considered. Though at a point of time, he was given principalship. The director passed a speaking order stating that he could not have been regularized, against which he challenged. In the meantime, normal selection was held pursuant to a judicial order of Honorable Justice H.K. Roy, and I was already selected. So in terms of the rules, I am now the principal.
Now, my lord,
So that
his,
is the
my
issue.
lord, my lord, his selection is been,
Yes.
conditional appointment has been allowed to be given subject to outcome of item number 11.
Yes. So
So, my lord, item number 11 is required to be heard first, my lord. Then, my lord, everything can be streamlined. my lord.
and
But
my
these are-
stand has been supported by the government.
I'm not connected with this item. I'm only in regard to the, in the one professor of geography department. And the issue is very simple. My date of appointment is earlier to the respondent number 4. But in spite of that matter, the respondent number 4's services has been provincialized and mine has not been provincialized. My issue is only in regard to that date of appointment. I have only to show your lordship the dates. Only that issue is there. There is nothing more than that.
So yours is different from the item 1 to item
11 to 14.
11 to 14.
Yes, madam.
So you wait for your turn. Isn't it?
Yes, yes. Or I can do my case subject to convenience because I will not take time. I will take hardly.
What happens, I have some matter. If my learned friend wants to do his case, he can do his case and your lordship.
I like
can
that
give us
thing.
a date. My learned friend Bhuya will agree to it. I am ready with the case because I am being supported by the government. And Bhuya has a case, he'll argue. Not
Right.
today.
Today, sir, today.
But today I am ready, but we have to know because 11 comes prior to 15.
15.
So your lordship will take a
That's
fine.
what I'm saying.
It will come by
Sequence.
sequence.
Then leave the.
You come to the mic, come to the mic.
The argument from the government side will be conducted by Mr. K. Gugoi, my lord. He will argue on another date, my lord, because
No, my lord, we can start. This is, it will
Yes, yes.
take time, my lord. Even in my submission, some time will be taken, my lord. That's why it is fixed today, my lord.
Government,
My lord.
before I speak, the government will have.
Yes,
to
yes.
So let Mr.
So, my lord,
because
my
Bhuya
part
has
may be
also
heard,
some
my lord.
urgency.
My lord.
Lordship knows the client's custody.
My lord, my predicament is, my lord, only because I'll not take hardly 10 minutes. My matter is a small matter that my date of appointment is earlier than the respondent number 4. And taking advantage from 2014, my lord, your 6, 7, 8 years has gone by and he's enjoying the benefits of the provincialization. And that mischief has also been committed by the client of which my learned friend appears. My lord.
My lord, everybody is blaming me, my lord. Because, my lord,
He has
I am
a-
the principal, my
as-
lord. I
So
can,
Bhuya, you tell me one.
my
thing.
lord, my lord,
If we take up item 11 to 14,
my lord.
would it have any effect on the?
No, 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 no. With all respect,
We'll take up.
Yes,
the case
I'll
later.
finish it, my lord. I
No,
will.
no, we'll take up the case later on.
my lord,
Let us see what happens in the item 11 to
my
14.
lord,
In item 11, Mr. Bhuya can complete.
my lord.
Since the government will be, is supporting me, the government wants some time. Lordship can hear Mr. Bhuya?
My lord. My lord will decide, my lord, in the.
No, no,
manner it will
Lordship will
proceed.
not decide
My
today
lord.
because.
No, 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 I am not regarding the deciding of the merit of the case. My lord may keep as the same as a part and on the
Yes.
next date they can be accommodated also, my lord.
Because I am ready
Why?
with the case, only Mr. Gogoi has some margins. Because the government stand will be very important.
My issue can be resolved. I'll take hardly 10 minutes.
That will take up later on.
Yes, ma'am.
Let us see what Bhuyan says.
Yes.
My lord.
I'll wait. my
Bhuya will take how many hours?
No, no, my
Bhuya
lord, my lord, I am not a person to take so many hours, my lord. Within a, my
will-
lord,
We'll come to know now.
45 or 1 hours I can finish, my lord. Hold on, sir.
So you want to argue which matter?
Item number 11, my lord.
If item 11 is decided,
My lord.
then it decides the other matters.
My lord, if item 11 is decided in my favor, my lord, fortunately, then the other petition will have to, my lord, become infructuous, my lord, because the appointment which has been made, my lord, is a conditional appointment, is a subject to outcome of the writ petition, my lord. So if this writ petition is allowed, if my provincialization is allowed, my lord, then subsequent event will took place, my lord. May I submit, my lord? My lord, what has happened? The present petitioner, my lord, was initially appointed as an assistant professor, my lord, in the Department of History in Borkhetri College, Mukalmua, my lord. My lord may be pleased to verify his initial appointment, my lord, is at page is at page 31, my lord. Kindly, my lord, turn to page 31. My lord has got the page, my lord. It is a dated of 9/8/1995 to MD Lukman Ali, village Goga so and so. Sir, madam, you are appointed as a lecturer of history department in the Borkhetri College, Mukalmua on purely temporary basis, subject to the approval of the governing body. You are requested to join within the 7 days from the date of issue the letter. Otherwise, your appointment will be cancelled. My lord, pursuant to this appointment, I immediately joined in the said college, my lord, by submitting a joining report at very next page, my lord, page 32, annexure 2, my lord.
When did you join?
My lord, I joined on, my lord, 5th of October, my lord. I am the Lukman Ali, MA BEd, that is 15/10/2001 at 2 p.m. unilaterally. No, my lord, this is the regarding the charge, and as the principal, as the assistant professor, my lord, I immediately joined on the same day. And later on, my lord, this annexure 2 document is a joining report as regards, my lord, holding of the charge of the principal of the college, my lord. And there is no dispute as regards my joining on the same date, my lord, I did join. And subsequently, my lord, I was entrusted with the charge of the principal of the said college, my lord. I am the Lukman Ali, MA BEd today, that is on 15/10/2001 at 2 p.m. unilaterally took over the charge of the principal, Borkhetri College, Mukalmo. This has been done as per the desire of the president of the governing body of the Borkhetri College. The charge was taken in presence of the following persons. My lord, what has happened at that relevant period of time, my lord, this institution, Borkhetri College, was purely a venture educational institution. My lord, therefore, the entire administration, management, and control was, my lord, looked after by the governing body of the college, my lord. Now, my lord, in the thereafter, my lord, at page 34, this is the charge handing over and taking over of the in charge principal of Borkhetri College in presence of the following. I have taken over the charge from one Diganta Boishya, my lord, who was holding at that relevant period of time. Now, my lord, what has happened, as there was no regular principal was there at that relevant period of time, several litigations were filed before this honorable court by the various stakeholders who are working, my lord, in the said college, harboring for the post of the principal. And ultimately, my lord, this honorable court directed the, my lord, governing body of the college to go for a, my lord, direct recruitment by issuing an advertisement, an open advertisement in the newspaper publications, my lord. Responding to the same, my lord, the governing body on, my lord, 25/5/2011, my lord. My lord, may kindly turn to page 36, annexure 4, my lord. Applications are invited for the post of principal, Borkhetri College, non-deficit, non-provincialized from the eligible candidates selected by the State Selection Board of Assam. The candidates having the latest UGC norms with PhD and 15 years of teaching experience of an affiliated degree college may also apply. The candidates having the administrative experiences will be given preference. Application with full biodata and the attested copies of the necessary testimonials will be received. So, my lord, these are the conditions has been prescribed in 2 newspapers, my lord. These advertisements were made. One is at page 30, my lord, 6, and another is at page 39, my lord, in Assam Tribune, and another in the vernacular. And, my lord, responding to the said advertisement, several persons, my lord, applied, including, my lord, 2 incumbents of the in the rank of lecturer at that relevant period of time who were working in the said college, my lord, tendered their applications. And subsequently, my lord, a merit list had also been prepared in the said college, and the responding to, my lord, the assessment of the merit, I found to be, my lord, the suitable person to be appointed as the principal as per the merit list. According, my lord, that merit list I have not annexed, my lord, but the appointment order I have annexed, my lord, is at page 40. Is at page 40, annexure 5, my lord. My lord, may kindly see, my lord, this is the call letter. Sorry, my lord, this is the call letter. Subject: interview for the post of principal of the Borkhetri College. So you are informed that the interview is going to be held on so and so. Hence, you are requested to attend before the selection board on the date of before of the college premises. Accordingly, my lord, I appeared in the, my lord, selection and in the interview, and subsequently I was also selected, my lord, at page 42, annexure 6. This is a, my lord, appointment order issued by the president of the governing body of the Borkhetri College, Mukalmo, to me, Dr. Lukman Ali so and so, appointment letter as regular principal, Borkhetri College, Mukalmo. Sir, madam, the undersigned has been highly pleased to inform you that as per the resolution number 2 of the governing body held on 4th of June 2011, you have been appointed as a regular principal of Borkhetri College, Mukalmo. You are hereby requested to join your duty within 7 days from the date of the letter. My lord, this is the appointment letter issued in my favor, and accordingly, my lord, by submitting the joining report on 6/6/2011 at page 43.
Appointment letter is dated.
Dated on 04/06/2011, my lord.
Where can I get that?
My lord, date, my lord can find at the bottom of this letter, my lord.
Okay.
Now, my lord, responding to this appointment letter by submitting my joining report at page 43, my lord, annexure 7, dated 6/6/2011, I did join as the regular principal of the said college, my lord. This appointment, this joining report had been addressed to the president of the college, and the president did also acknowledge, my lord, may be pleased to find from verify from page 44, the acknowledgement has been given. Thereafter, my lord, what has happened? My lord, the several writ petitions were preferred before this honorable court, including one of the writ petition, my lord, that is challenging my appointment as a regular principal in the said college, my lord. This honorable court, my lord, after a detailed hearing, was initially pleased to pass an interim order, my lord, may be pleased to find the interim order, my lord. Starts, my lord, can skip page 46, 47, and page 48, my lord. It is hereby, my lord, I am reading from the second line at page 48. It is hereby, as an interim measure, directed that until the returnable date, respondent number 5, that is myself, my lord, shall not, without obtaining leave of this court, function as the principal of Borkhetri College, which is respondent number 3. And the interim arrangement as regards functioning of the office of the principal shall be made in this regard by the respondent number 2, namely the Director of Higher Education Assam, without involving the respondent number 5. It is further directed as an interim measure that the resolution number 2 and 3 of the governing body adopted on 14/3/2011 and the consequential action taken on 4/6/2011 shall remain suspended. My lord, accordingly, my lord, and admittedly, my appointment had also been suspended, as well as the resolution of the governing body did also suspended. As a result, my lord, I could not continue as a regular principal of the said college. Now, my lord, at page 49 is an order, my lord, may be pleased to find that this pursuant to this interim order, my lord, this order had been issued by the Director of Higher Education in pursuance of the Honorable Guwahati High Court order dated past in so and so. The services of Dr. So and so Talukdar of Surendas College, Hazu, Kamrup is hereby entrusted to act temporarily as the principal in charge of Borkhetri College, Mukalmu and Albury, in addition to his normal duties as the principal of Surendas College, Hazu. So, my lord, I was though appointment was given, but due to the interim order, I was not allowed to continue as the regular principal of the college. So, my lord, thereafter, my lord, the process of provincialization during the course of the development, my lord, this development, my lordship is well aware, my lord, that the government has enacted and legislation under the name and style as the Assam Hansar Educational Institutions Provincialization of the Services Act 2011, my lord, the act which had been subsequently scrapped. And under that, my lord, act, an exercise had been undertaken in the entire state for the purpose of provincialization of the various stakeholders, my lord, and the staff and the particulars of this college had also been, my lord, processed. So this is the, my lord, initiation of the process at page 50, annexure 10, my lord. Regarding the submission of particulars in connection with the provincialization of services of the employees. With reference to the subject cited above, my lord, kindly note the signatory. He is the principal in charge who is placing these records to the Director of Higher Education, my lord. Regarding the submission of the particulars in connection with the provincialization of the services of the employees, sir, with reference to the subject cited above, I have the honor to submit herewith the necessary particulars as per the given pro forma in order to initiate the process of provincialization of the services of the employees of the college. It is to mention here that governing body of the college has authorized me in its meeting held on so and so to prepare and submit the same that have to be verified on the basis of some stray records available in the college in absence of the original records proceeding book. This is for your kind information and necessary action. Accordingly, my lord, this process had been undertaken, and my lord may be pleased to find the detailed statement which had been prepared is at page 52, my lord. And in the very beginning of this page, my lord, page 52, my lord may be pleased to find the maximum number of posts principal 1, name of incumbent has not been addressed, my lord, because at that relevant period of time, my lord, my regular selection and appointment of the principal was sub judice before this honorable court by virtue of an interim order, my lord. That's why the state level or the authority responsible for preparation of this list, my lord, kept this post as a vacant, my lord. Now, my lord, in this fashion, and in this manner, my lord, the process of provincialization proceeded, my lord, and accordingly, and finally, my lord, may be pleased to find
Where the respondents' names
my lord,
in this list, page 52?
my lord, page 52. Yes, my lord, page 52 is the, no, my lord, there at this moment, my lord, in my this petition, my lord, there is no any such person who is harving for the post of provincialization of this, my lord, principal, my lord. Only myself is there. Only subsequently some of the person had been implemented, but they are not, later on, my lord, they are not coming to before this honorable court agitating or raising any grievance. Subsequently, my lord, when the new incumbent, my lord, had been appointed, my respected senior friend, my lord, has come up, not in this petition, but my lord, in other petitions, they are, my lord, they are to defend their cases, my lord.
In this petition.
Yes, my lord, in this petition also, perhaps my learned friend had also got implemented, my lord. The new incumbent who had already been appointed, my lord.
If I may just interrupt. My lord, during his grievance, and he had filed a lot of litigation, there was a judicial order of this court stating that the norm, since the college is affected by the litigation file, there is an order of Honorable Justice Bhuyan. So basically normal selection was ordered. It is at that time I came up because I got selected. And because of the interim order, I had to file a vacating and impleading. And in the meantime, the government also filed a vacating and the order was vacated. So you can continue.
My lord. Yes, my lord, with all respect to my senior friend's submission, my lord, it is correct that due to interim order operating, what has happened, my lord, in this petition, there was an interim order was operating that no appointment should be made or status quo as regard the post of the principal was directed to be maintained when the notice was issued. So, my lord, by virtue of that, my lord, the new selection process could not be proceeded. Then implemented, my lord, vacating petition was advanced by the governing body as well as by my friend also, my lord. Then there is a conditional allowing the governing body to go ahead with a fresh recruitment subject to outcome of the present writ petition. Now, my lord, in this petition, accordingly, my lord, the process for provincialization had been initiated pursuant to that particulars, my lord, and ultimately the post of the principal was never get provincialized, and only the post of the, my lord, lecturers and other particulars had already been provincialized, and the post of the principal subsequently will be appointed with a new incumbent, which we have challenged in the subsequent writ petition also. Now, my lord, the challenge made to the my selection and appointment as well as the other ancillary matters, my lord, was finally heard by this honorable court, my lord, by giving a detailed consideration. My lord may be pleased to find that judgment starts at page 75, my lord, annexure 13. Page 75. My lord may be pleased to skip the in this case the my appointment, my lord, and Mamoni, who are the lecturers, has questioned the authority of respondent. My lord, at page 82, this is the writ petition, my lord, WPC number 2398 of 2011 is one of the case, my lord, which has been, this honorable court was taking note of, that the petition to control first interim order to the decision. My lord, my challenge was actually made in WKC number 4073, my lord, and that, my lord, may be pleased to find starts at page starts at page 84, paragraph 12, my lord. That regarding the final consideration of my challenge made to my appointment, my lord, paragraph 12. Mr. So-and-so, learned counsel appearing for MD so-and-so and so-and-so, the two petitioners in WPC number so-and-so, so-and-so and so-and-so, has strenuously argued that the above two petitioners are the senior most lecturer of the Borkhetri College. They have having joined the college on 21/9/1991 and 5/8/1992 respectively. Therefore, their seniority should be counted from the said dates. He has contended that the respondent number 5, that is MD so-and-so, has powerful political backing, which would be evident from the various order passed by this court in this case, filed before this court pertaining to Borkhetri College. Emboldened by such powerful political backing, he has had one conspiracy after another to remove the petitioners from the Borkhetri College, or at least to show that as later entertains to the college after him, so that his chances of becoming the principal of the college become brighter. In fact, respondent number 5, in defiance of the order of this court, functioned as the principal of the college and made illegal appointments. This court had to step in and prevent him from functioning as the principal by passing appropriate stay order. He also argues that in pursuit of his ambition, the respondent number 5 had set up web of intrigue to adversely impact the service career of the petitioner. Because of this, multiple cases have been filed in respect of the Borkhetri College. He therefore submit that based on the available material, the two petitioners should be declared to have entered the rolls of Borkhetri College on 21/9/1991 and 5/8/1992 respectively. Mr. So-and-so, learned counsel appearing for the governing, submit that the writ petitioners are not maintainable, as the Borkhetri College is a non-government institution without any government control and is a venture stage presently. Receipt of financial assistance from the government would not confer the status of a state institution to the Borkhetri College to make it amenable to the writ jurisdiction of this court. Moreover, the writ petitions are disputed question of facts and which cannot be gone into a proceeding under Article 226 of the Constitution of India. He has placed reliance on the averments made in the affidavit filed by the governing body and has also referred to the various decisions to court his contention, referring to the additional affidavit filed by the governing body on 17/8/2012. Learned counsel submit that one Atikur had filed WPC number so-and-so, grade 4 post, Borkhetri College, a single bench white order dated, held at the college in question being a privately managed one. The same cannot be subject to writ jurisdiction. Writ petition was accordingly dismissed as not maintainable. Appeal 5 of the said so-and-so was dismissed by the division bench. Review petition so-and-so, appeal dismissed. He therefore submit that the question as to whether the Borkhetri College would be amenable to the is no longer res integra, as the same has been conclusively settled by this court by holding it to be a private institution beyond the reach of the jurisdiction of this court. Mr. So-and-so, learned senior counsel appearing for the respondent number 9, also argues that the petition raises disputed question of facts. These are the maintainability issues has been raised, and 7 and 8 for the who are the lecturers of Borkhetri College as the respondent number 9. So, Milord, at paragraph 17, my submission had also been recorded that the counsel for the respondent number 5 has adopted the submission made by so-and-so, counsel appearing for the governing body and so-and-so. He further submit that the selection of respondent number 5 as principal is valid, as a transparent procedure was adopted by the authority. He therefore prays for dismissal of the writ petition filed by so-and-so, and Mamoni Bhattacharya. So, my lord, the detailed consideration had been given for the petitioner had grave doubt about the bona fide of the litigation of so-and-so. Now, my lord, this honorable court, after considering each of the writ petition, has paragraph 23 has a relevance. My lord, may kindly find at page 87, my lord. Page 87, paragraph 23, my lord. In WPC number 4073 of 2011 filed by so-and-so and so-and-so, the challenge made is to the functioning of MD Lokman Ali as the principal of Borkhetri College. This court, by order dated 10/8/2012, directed that MD Lokman Ali shall not function as the principal of Borkhetri College, and that interim arrangement may be made by the Director of Higher Education Assam for functioning of the office of the principal without involving MD Lokman Ali. So, my lord, this honorable court, after hearing the entire, my lord, sets of writ petition, ultimately from paragraph 27, my lord, the finding part starts. May I read, my lord, paragraph 27 at page 88, my lord. Whatever may be the grievances of the rival parties, the fact remains that the same has now crystallized in the form of the staff list dated 19/12/2011, finalized and forwarded by the in-charge college principal to the Director of Higher Education Assam. No decision on the same has been taken by the appropriate authority, that is by the Director of the Higher Education Assam. No decision has been taken by the authority for the read code to test the validity of the same. Without the authority taking a decision on the matter, it would be premature for the read code to enter into the arena where the field is strewn with the highly contentious issues based on the disputed facts. But despite the disputed nature of the controversy, one thing that may not be overlooked is that this court in the above two cases, that is so and so, has passed specific restraint orders prohibiting MD so from functioning as the principal of Borkhetri College. As already noticed, the in-charge principal of the Borkhetri College had forwarded to the Director of Higher Education Assam the list of the teaching and non-teaching staff of the Borkhetri College dated 19/12/2011 for provincialization. The said list was submitted pursuant to the governing body meeting of the Borkhetri College held on 18/12/2011. The staff list contains the particulars of employees working in the Borkhetri College as on 31/12/2010. While MD Noor Sahed Ali and MS Mamuni Bhattacharya have been placed at serial numbers 1 and 2 in the staff list, considering the period of services rendered by so and so has been placed at serial number 7. The said list, as noticed above, is now before the Director of Higher Education Assam for necessary decision. Having regard to the above, court is of the view that Director Higher Education Assam should now take a decision on the above staff list of Borkhetri College dated 19/12/2011. Now, my lord, may I pause for a moment, my lord, and may I be permitted to draw my lordship's kind attention to that list, my lord, which I have just brought, my lord. My lord may be pleased to find of 19/12/2011 list, my lord, is at page 50, my lord, annexure 10. My lord, may kindly note, my lord. Page 50, annexure 10 is the list of 19/12/2011. And in that list, my lord, the post of the principal had been shown vacant. And all these, my lord, eligible teachers who were required to be provincialized had been included, my lord. So, my lord, this is the direction. And now
Page 50.
page 50, my lord, it starts from page 50 and it continues up to, my lord, page 54. This is the typed copy. We have typed out from the original one, my lord, which is not so legible, my lord. Now, my lord, at page 89, this honorable court has directed that the Assam Director Higher Education Assam should now take a decision on the above staff list of the Borkhetri College dated 19/12/2011. The director shall apply his own mind after consulting the relevant record without being influenced from any quarter. The court has been compelled to sound the said note of caution, considering that the ordership of the present proceedings reflects attempt of the extraneous interference at the various times. Therefore, it is necessary that the director should insulate himself from all such influences and take a decision based on his own assessment in accordance with law. Such decision shall be taken within a period of 2 months from the date of receipt of a certified copy of this order. Any restraint order to this effect would stand modified accordingly. However, my lord, kindly note, my lord, paragraph 29. However, the stay orders passed by this court restraining MD Lukman Ali from functioning as the principal of the Borkhetri College would continue to hold the field till completion of the above exercise by the Director of Higher Education Assam and would be subject to such decision that may be taken by the director. My lord, my fate as a principal lies in paragraph 29, my lord. This honorable court was very kind enough, my lord, and considered my selection and appointment. That has never been interfered with by this honorable court, although a certiorari prayer had been made that my appointment should be set aside and quashed. That has been, my lord, rejected or, my lord, dismissed. Only in paragraph 29, this honorable court has held that I cannot continue as a principal of the college, my lord, till the above exercise in paragraph 28 is carried out, my lord. So in that manner, my lord, this writ petition was disposed of. In paragraph 30 is the relevant last part, my lord. Before parting with the record, the court would like to place on record about the distressing and disturbing part of the litigation. The primary object of an educational institution is to impart education to the students. No doubt, while discharging their duties, their rights and privileges of the teachers and the staff will have to be protected and safeguarded. But if the teachers go on litigating almost themselves for years together, as in this case for more than a decade, such dispute will surely cast a shadow over the academic environment of the educational institution. Since the statistics are not before the court, this court would refrain from making any comment on the performance of the Borkhetri College on the academic front, but this is an aspect the Director of Higher Education, Assam, may also look into while considering provincialization. Beyond this, the court would not like to make any further comment. All the writ petitions are accordingly disposed of. Parties are left to bear their own cost. So, my lord, from this judgment and order, my lord, it is very, my lord, clear that my selection and appointment, though put into challenge, my lord, it has never been interfered. Only a condition, my lord, had been given that till the aforesaid exercise is carried out on this, my lord, the list of 29/12/2011, my lord, then till then I cannot continue. Now, my lord, what has happened after this order, my lord, the Director of Higher Education, my lord, was sitting silent, my lord, was not doing anything. Then, my lord, I made a representation at page 90, my lord, Annex 14. This is a, my lord, prayer for passing the necessary order for approval of the governing body's resolution number 2 dated 4/6/2011, unanimously adopted in respect of appointment of the applicant as the regular principal of Borkhetri College and for provincialization of the applicant post as the principal of Borkhetri College on the basis of guidelines applied in respect of so and so. So, my lord, as this honorable court has kept intact my selection and appointment as a regular principal, my lord, so therefore I made a specific representation before the director to, my lord, give me the benefit of the that resolution as well as the appointment as well as the benefit of provincialization as a principal of the said college on the strength of my selection and appointment and pursuant to the judgment passed by this honorable court, my lord, which I have also bring into the notice by giving the reference to the said judgment, my lord, at the reference part also. So, my lord, after this representation, my lord, what has happened? My lord may be pleased to find at page 98, Annexure 15, dated 4th of March 2014, my lord, at page 98, my lord. Kindly have a look, my lord. My lord, in pursuance to the order dated 4/9/2012 passed by the Honorable Guwahati High Court in case number so and so and so and so, Sri Prasanna Kumar Deka, Senior Most Assistant Professor and the Vice Principal of so and so, Nalbari, is hereby entrusted to act as the temporary as the in-charge principal of Borkhetri College in addition to his normal duties with immediate effect until further order. My lord, with all my respectful, my lord, submission and my limited understanding, my lord, is that as there is a bar for allowing me to continue as the principal, my lord, that's why this arrangement they have made, my lord. And I do not have any grievance regarding this arrangement. Now, my lord, this compliance order starts at page 99. Pursuant to this honorable court's direction, my lord may kindly find that compliance speaking order starts at page 99. My lord. My lord, in this speaking order, what the director has done, the director has given an anxious consideration with a detail by, my lord, collecting the records of each of the litigating parties, my lord, before this honorable court and given a detailed consideration of each of the incumbents who were fighting before this honorable court. Now, my lord, my consideration, my lord, may be pleased to find at page, before that, my lord, I beg to draw my lordship's attention to this serial number 1, Dr. M.D. Noor Sahed Ali, MA, PhD. My lord, he also put into challenge my selection and appointment as a principal, my lord, in the writ petition number 4073 by, my lord, clubbing himself with Mamuni Bhattacharya at serial number 2, my lord. In this, my lord, detailed consideration, there has nothing been said as regards that my selection and appointment can be interfered with or the regarding challenge made by these persons before this honorable court, my lord. Only their seniority had been determined, my lord, in these findings. Now, in page 100, serial number 7, my lord, may be pleased to find regarding my consideration as Dr. Lukman Ali, MA PhD. Dr. Lukman Ali in history was appointed as a lecturer by the governing body and appointment letter was issued on 9/8/1995 and he joined in the said service on 12/8/1995. The record reveals that Dr. Lukman Ali was implicated in WPC number so and so about office of the principal of Borkhetri College. The Honorable Guwahati High Court by means of judgment and order dated passed in so and so, so and so and so and so was pleased to cause the communication dated so and notification dated so and the above consideration of appointment of principal is not an issue involved in the present case. Further, MD Lukman Ali having the date of birth as on 1/7/1970, as such, Dr. Lukman Ali is senior to Nurul Islam, having the same date of joining on 12/8/1995. Whose date of birth is 1/12/1971. Parting from the same, the inter se seniority has been accordingly reckoned from the date of joining in service on 12/8/1995. It is also to be pointed out that the Honorable Guwahati High Court by judgment and order dated 8/9/2005 passed in WPC number so and so was pleased to cause the joining of principal of Lukman Ali dated 15/10/2001. My lord, may kindly note, my lord, the entire consideration was given up to only 2001, my lord, when I was given the in charge principal immediately after my appointment as a my lord, lecturer in the college as a history. But no consideration regarding my appointment or the selection process carried out after my lord 4/6/2011. There is no consideration has been given by the director. Now, my lord, in this fashion, my lord, the entire seniority list had been prepared. And my lord may be pleased to find the seniority list prepared by the Director of Higher Education is at page 103. This is the chart prepared, my lord. On the basis of the above observation, the staff list of the Borkhetri College is decided as follows. This is the entire list, my lord, up to my lord serial number 43. The teaching as well as the non-teaching post had also been included. And my name, my lord, may be pleased to find MD Lukman Ali, my lord. Six. Yes, my lord. I am sorry, my lord. It is a serial number 6 along with respondent number 1 and 2. The person who were harboring against me, my lord, my seniority has, my designation has been shown as assistant professor history, date of appointment and joining on 12/8/1995. So, my lord, regarding this finding, as regards the, my lord, history and the working as a lecturer or the assistant professor in the said college as a my lord in the history department, I do not have any grievance. And more particularly, my lord, the judgment and order which I have, my lord, brought into my lordship's kind notice that regarding the direction passed by this honorable court, till date, my lord, there is no challenge has been made to that judgment. No writ appeal has been preferred, my lord, according to my knowledge. Therefore, that judgment has already attained its finality, my lord. Secondly, my lord, after this, what has happened, my lord, the director, after preparation of the seniority list, ought to have passed an order allowing me to continue as the principal of the said college, because there is a conditional restraint from this honorable court that till the seniority list is prepared, I am restrained from functioning as the principal of the college till the date, my lord. Now this date got over on, my lord, 7/4/2014. This has been prepared, my lord. But as that has not been done, my lord, then I again approach before my lordships, my lord, at page 105 annexure 17, my lord. Small order, my lord, may I read, my lord? Order dated 6/6/2014 at page 106, my lord. The petitioner was appointed as a lecturer in the Department of History in the Borkhetri College, Mokalmua, Nalbari, by an order dated 9/8/1995. Thereafter, the petitioner was handed over the charge of the principal of the said college on 15/10/2001. Some of the lecturer of the said college had challenged the said in charge appointment by claiming seniority over the petitioner. Consequently, an advertisement dated 25/5/2011 was published for filling up of the post of principal of Borkhetri College. The petitioner offered his candidature, and after going through the selection process, he was selected and appointed on 4/6/2011, to which post he joined on 6/6/2011. The selection of the petitioner was put under challenge before this court by way of WPC number so and so. This court, by a common order dated 9/12/2013, had disposed of WPC number along with a batch of other similar cases, and the relevant portion of the said order is reproduced herein below. Pursuant to the order dated 9/12/2013 passed by this court, the Director of Higher Education Assam passed an order dated 7/4/2014 by which a decision of the seniority dispute of the incumbents working in the said college was taken. However, from a perusal of the order dated 7/4/2014, it appears that no decision was taken to the direction contained in paragraph 29 of the order dated 9/12/2013 passed by this court. Being aggrieved, the petitioner has filed a representation dated 21/4/2014 before the Director of Higher Education Assam. The said representation is yet to be considered till date. The learned counsel appearing for the parties at this stage submit that if a direction is given to the Director of Higher Education Assam for disposal of the representation dated so and so, the same would meet the ends of justice. Mr. So and so learned standing counsel has also no objection to the same. In view of the above, this writ petition is disposed of with a direction to the Director of Higher Education Assam to dispose of the representation dated so and so filed by the petitioner by a speaking order within a period of 1 month from the date of receipt of a certified copy of this order. While disposing of the representation, the selection process undertaken by the governing body of the college shall also be considered. With the above observation and direction, this writ petition stands disposed of. So, my lord, ultimately, pursuant to this order, my lord, this impugned speaking order, my lord, which is under challenge in the present writ petition, my lord, had been passed at page 109, my lord. May I read, my lord? Page 109. The order dated 9/12/2013 passed by the Guwahati Honorable High Court in WPC number so and so and so and so, as well as the order dated 6/6/2014 passed in WPC number have been read out and gone through the same. The Honorable Guwahati High Court by the order dated 9/12/2013 in para 29 held that, however, the stay order passed by this court restraining MD Lukman Ali from functioning as the principal of Borkhetri College would continue to hold the field till completion of the above exercise by the Director of Higher Education Assam and would be subject to such decision that may be taken by the Director. The Honorable Court by the aforesaid order has held that the stay order in restraining MD Lukman Ali from functioning as the principal of Borkhetri College would continue to hold the field till the decision of the established is made within a period of 2 months, and as such restraining order against Lukman Ali would be subject to such decision that may be taken by the Director. Meanwhile, subsequent order dated had been passed by the Honorable High Court that no decision was taken to the direction contained in the above para 29 of the order of the Honorable High Court dated so and so. The Honorable High Court accordingly directed the DAC Assam to dispose of the so and so of MD Lukman Ali. The representation of the MD Lukman Ali and records have been perused, and those records reveal that an advertisement was published in the Assam Tribune on its issue dated 25/5/2011 made by the Secretary of the governing body of the college in inviting applications for the post of principal. The selection committee was constituted by notification dated so and so and so and so. The interview was held on 4/6/2011. The selection committee recommended 3 candidates in order of merit as MD Lukman Ali, Dr. Mamoni Bhattacharjee, Dr. Zahirul Haq. The governing body thereafter adopted resolution number 2 had resolved that Dr. MD Lukman Ali be appointed as a principal and also resolved that the appointment letter be issued accordingly. The president of the governing body on the said day itself has issued the appointment letter in favor of MD Lukman Ali. MD Lukman Ali thereafter submitted his joining report on 6/6/2011. The Honorable High Court, by order dated passed in WPC number, was pleased to suspend the action taken and so in favor of MD Lukman Ali. Situated thus, the Assam Bhansar Educational Institution Provincialization of the Services Act 2011 has come into force. The section 2H may be quoted as follows. Section 2H, employee, means and includes all serving employees, both teaching and non-teaching of the Bhansar educational institutions who have been appointed by the concerned Bhansar educational institution before the 1st day of January and whose services are being or would be provincialized under this act. By virtue of the above provision, the case of MD Lokman Ali may be treated as an employee of Borkhetri College before 1/1/2011 as assistant professor, and all process of provincialization of services of MD Lokman Ali are to be made as an assistant professor only due to his posting as an assistant professor in the Borkhetri College before 1/1/2011. The aforesaid selection of MD Lokman Ali, obviously after 1/1/2011, that is on 4/6/2011, and such selection in no circumstances be provincialized as a principal as per provision, section 2H of the Assam Venture Educational Institution, Provincialization of the Services Act. The selection after the 1/1/2011 cannot be taken into account to manage the affairs of the college, where the services of MD Lokman Ali be processed as assistant professor and not as a principal by near of aforesaid provision of law. Therefore, the selection of MD Lokman Ali as the principal cannot be made. So, my lord, it is a very
Just
mild. Oh, yeah. Hello. Oh, photo. Okay. Hi. উল্লেখ কোনো না আপনালোকে করেছে, আপনালোকৰ কেছটোৰ কাৰণে বিচাৰি ঠিক আছে দিয়ক, মই কেছটো কৰি লৈ পেলাই মই কথা পাতি আছো আপোনালোকক। হ্যাঁ, কিন্তু না, হ্যাঁ, কিন্তু 2-3 চলবে।
Hasta tú lo vila.
তারপরে যদি আল্লাহ তার আছে নাকি এটা?
Lang.
হ্যাঁ,
Somos líderes. Bueno, así.
হ্যাঁ,
Así como la gana.
My lord. Now, my lord, from the decision taken in the speaking order, my lord, they have adopted to a particular provision, that the provision of section 2H, my lord, which is a part of the definition part of the 2011 Act, my lord. Just for a moment, my lord, I beg to draw my lordship's kind attention to the said provision, my lord, of the already scrapped 2011 Act, my lord. My lord may be pleased to find my lord, I am referring to that page, my lord. Only. 2011 or Christmas. That is in the last part of this manual, my lord. Yes, yes, my lord. The Assam Hansar Educational Institution Provincialization of Services Act 647, my lord. And section 2H, my lord, at page 649. Employees means, my lord, I am referring to section 2H. Employees means and includes all serving employees, both teaching and non-teaching of the Vansar educational institutions, who have been appointed by the concerned Vansar educational institutions before the first day of January 2011 and whose services are being or would be provincialized under this act, my lord. Now, my lord, this in these institutions, my lord, if we read the employee definition with together, my lord, then in this institution, my lord, my initial appointment was made in the year, my lord, 1995, which I have, my lord, brought into my lordship's kind notice by virtue of the initial appointment as a lecturer in the Department of History, my lord, on, my lord, 9/8/1995. So, my lord, within this definition of 2H, my lord, it has not been said that incumbent should be appointed in a particular post like principal or my lord teacher or non-teaching or the lecturer like this. It has not been classified in under section 2H, my lord. So if a person is already there in a particular institution, my lord, then he will covered under the definition of the employees. My lord, by taking recourse of this provision, my lord, many of the principals who had been appointed or provincialized, my lord, in these categories of Vansar educational institution has already been appointed even after, my lord, they were appointed after the cutoff date. I have, my lord, annexed some of the particulars of those, my lord, of similarly situated principals in my petitions also, my lord. My lord may be pleased to find it will start from at page 115, my lord. This is a letter, my lord, issued from the end of the Government Higher Education Department addressed to the Director of Higher Education Assam on 21st of July 2014. With reference to the subject cited above, I am directed to enclose here with a memorandum in original along with the enclosure from the All Assam so-and-so provincialization to the qualified employees of the Assam who were appointed after 1/1/2011. Therefore, you are requested to kindly to submit the views on the matter urgently for the further necessary action. Accordingly, my lord, if my lord may be pleased to find the page 116 is of the district of Chirang, my lord, the table prepared by the government. My lord may be pleased to find under serial number 1, kindly, my lord, Ranjit so-and-so, his designation was Assistant Professor Economics, date of joining is 1/10/2012, my lord may kindly note. Exactly, my lord, the other incumbents also are after the cutoff date, 3/10/2012, and remarks column, it has been said, my lord, that join after 1/1/2011, join after 1/1/2011. These are the examples of, my lord, the assistant professors who were appointed at that relevant period of time. Now, my lord, in these sessions, my lord, all these are the categories of assistant professors. Now, subsequently, my lord, the one of the incumbent, my lord, who was appointed as the, my lord, initially at page, my lord, 132, my lord. My lord may be pleased to find the name and address of the institution is Hamidabad College, so and so Jamadar Hat. Date of concurrence for the post of principal has been shown, my lord. Librarian, all detailed categories of a principal has been shown as the one. Department and number of lecturer has also been given. Now, my lord, may kindly turn to page number 133, my lord. The incumbent Sahadat Ali, my lord, of Hamidabad College, my lord, may be pleased to find his name recorded as so and so, and kindly note the remarks column, my lord. A lecturer, this Sahadat Ali, my lord, was lecturer with effect from 7/1/2000. No advertisement copy and the governing body resolutions are found. Appointment letter is issued by the secretary of the college as per resolution of the selection committee dated 6/11/2000. Principal in charge with effect from 30/11/2009. Void engagement letter issued by the president of the governing body dated 29/11/2009. Original governing body resolution is not found. Principal, my lord, regular principal at serial number 3 remarks, my lord, with effect from 16/7/2012. Even after, my lord, my date of appointment. 16/7 regularization is made as a principal by GB resolution number 10 dated 15/7/2012. On the other hand, there is an allegation against the post of principal made by so and so. The governing body has terminated Anwar Hussain, that is the principal of the college. Sri Anwar Hussain appealed before the Guwahati High Court in so and so. And as per his application, it is seen that the above case is admitted and pending in the honorable court. Till date, my lord, I think some litigations are going on, but this Sahadat Ali, my lord, has already been provincialized as a principal, though, my lord, he was appointed after 16/7/2012. Then, my lord, another example I have, my lord, brought before my lord's kind consideration, my lord, is at page 134. Data of principal who were appointed after 1/1/2011, my lord. My lord, may kindly see, this is the, my lord, at serial number 1 is Samaguri College, Nagaon. Dr. Lunamuni Bora had been, my lord, now has been, my lord, provincialized as the principal. Initial date of joining and the appointment as a principal on 7/11/2012. My lord, may kindly see at the detail I have made, my lord. Mr. Horoboro has been serving as the principal of Samaguri College since 1992 to 2001. Thereafter, Mr. Pradeep Kumar Kolita had been serving as the principal till 30th October 2012. The name of Mr. Pradeep Kumar Kolita had been shown as disqualified principal in the statement for provincialization by the Director of Higher Education and published the same in the official website. The name of present principal, Dr. Lunamuni Bora, had been shown as assistant professor after the sudden death of Pradeep Kumar Kolita on 30th October 2012. Mr. Lunamuni Bora was appointed as principal by the governing body on 7th of November 2012. Later on, the DHE has provincialized the post of principal of Samaguri College with effect from 1/7/2013, showing the date of joining of Dr. Lunamuni Bora as 3/8/1992, on which date she had joined as assistant professor, document enclosed. Exactly, my lord, for the Laluk College of Lakhimpur, my lord, same issue, my lord. Mr. Ghanakanto Buraguhai had been serving as the principal of the Laluk College since 1992 to November 15, 2011. Thereafter, Dr. Lakshmi Nandan Bora took the charge of principal with effect from 12th of December 2011. But the DHE, suppressing all previous records, has provincialized the post of principal of Laluk College with effect from 1/1/2013, showing the date of joining of Dr. Lakshminandan Bora as 1/10/2001, in which date he had joined as assistant professor, document enclosed. Exactly for my lord, Konya Mahavidyalaya Kamrup, Mrs. Geeta Sharma had been serving as the principal of Konya Mahavidyalaya since 1992 to 2005. Thereafter, Dr. Rina Rani Bordoloi was appointed as principal, but the DHE has provincialized her post as principal, taking into account her initial date of joining as assistant professor, that is 17/4/1992. Exactly, my lord, for the other colleges, similar issues, my lord. So to save my lordship's precious time, my lord, I am not referring to these documents. Exactly in the same fashion, my lord, they have been provincialized. And in the document at page 136, my lord, this is my lord, this is the provincialization order of the statement showing the eligibility of the post of person eligible for provincialization for service of the Assam Venture Educational Institution Act of 2011, wherein my lord may be pleased to find Dr. Lunamani Bora, Assistant Professor so and so, has been shown as qualified, my lord. Later on, she had been provincialized after the cutoff date, my lord. My lord, may kindly peruse the page, my lord, at page 141A of my petition, my lord, is a certificate issued from the Samaguri College, had been serving as assistant professor. This is to certify that Pradeep Kumar Kalita had been serving as assistant professor in the Department of Assamese since 1991 to 2001, and as a principal insert since 2001 to 30th October 2012 at Samaguri College, Nagaon, Assam. Now, my lord, kindly see this Pradeep Kalita was existing as the principal till 30th October 2012, my lord. Now, for the Samaguri College, my lord, kindly see this, my lord, person had been provincialized, which I have just brought, my lord. The new incumbent who come after, my lord, this certificate, my lord, had been provincialized. And this Konya Mahavidyalaya also, my lord, which I have made the statement, and this provincialization and the statement which I have annexed in support of my statement, my lord. In the same fashion, my lord, the many principals has already been appointed, my lord, had been provincialized. So therefore, my lord, I am not against these persons, my lord, why they should be provincialized or how they can be provincialized even after the cutoff date. My lord, the section 2H has been read in a positive manner for these categories of persons, my lord, who were appointed or, my lord, given the benefit of principal after the cutoff date, that is 1/1/2011, my lord. But for my consideration, my lord, it has bring a negative impact by the director, my lord. Now, for that reason, my lord, it can be said that, my lord, from my limited knowledge, my lord, what I respectfully beg to submit, my lord, that it is a blatant violation of Article 14, my lord. Why? Because, my lord, as I am, along with the other principals, my lord, who were appointed after the cutoff date, my lord, if somebody can be provincialized, my lord, then why I cannot be, my lord? Because, my lord, I am asking a questions to myself, my lord, with all respect, my lord, that because this honorable court, my lord, has never interfered with my selection and appointment as well as my joining as a regular principal of the college, nor the director has interfered, my lord. This, pursuant to this honorable court's order, my lord, the director ought to have given me or allow me to continue as the principal after the determination of the seniority list of the said college. On the one hand, my lord, he has not done this, and on the other hand, my lord, he has come up with this impugned speaking order that by virtue of the provision of the section 2H, I am disqualified. For some other principals, my lord, they are qualified, and for me, my lord, section 2H, I am disqualified, my lord. So this is, my lord, one limb of my argument. And secondly, my lord, this issue of, my lord, provincialization, my lord, had been taken care of in the various cases also, my lord, when the subsequent writ petitions were filed. There is a direction from this honorable court, my lord, to address my grievances by representations, my lord, which has already been made before the director, my lord. Those address or those directions are still pending. As per my knowledge, my lord, no final decision has yet been taken. Admittedly, my lord, what has happened after this scraping out of this 2011 Act, my lord, it has been already scrapped out. 2017 Act is in force at this moment, my lord. Under the 2017 Act also, my lord, the cutoff date, the government has not changed, my lord. It should be on or before 31/12/2010. So, my lord, the same issues realize also if they take up my provincialization as a principal, my lord, they may come up that section 2H or the cutoff date bars me, my lord. So therefore, my lord, my limited submission and respectful submission before my lordship is that, my lord, they have adopted a pick and choose policy, my lord. For some person, my lord, they have picked up that these persons can be provincialized, although they were appointed after the cutoff date, but the petitioner cannot be, my lord. That policy, my lord, cannot sustain the, my lord, precious scrutiny of my lordships under Article 226, my lord. On that count alone, my lord, this impugned speaking order is liable to be interfered with, my lord. So, my lord, this is my limited and humble submission at this moment, my lord. My respected senior friend can reply, my lord. And after that, my lord, if required, my lord, I will again, my lord, make a rejoinder, my lord. My lord, one thing is that, my lord, till date, in this petition, the Director of Higher Education Assam has not filed any affidavit, my lord, although the petition is pending from 2014. my lord.
Your lordship, my lord, I appear for respondent number 7.
You want to argue after the government? or-
After the government, so what I say, lordship will fix the matter on a date.
My lord.
On
Yeah.
that day, I'll argue. Because as regard his entitlement, your lordship will take a call subject to the law of the land.
Right.
But as regards my appointment in the substantive capacity as a principal through a selection procedure with full qualification, I have all the qualifications under the law, under UGC qualification. That part is settled because I am already continuing with the work. So on the next day, I'll make this. Lordship can fix it.
But yeah, we have the council. Also had Mr. TK Das, the council for the respond number.
Malad, there are different, here I appear as respondent number 7.
Respond number, sorry.
Other cases.
On request made on behalf of Mr. K. Gogol, understanding council, higher education. When do you want? Give your convenient dates.
Short date.
Next
week, lordship, Tuesday. Next week. Malad, next, calendar on Thursday, there is a matter in the division bench. Thursday.
31st.
My lord.
As part of.
Highly obliged.
My learned friend beautifully argued for 1 hour.
My lord.
My prophecy was right. I said it will take 1 hour. He said it won't.
My lord. Is your lordship.
Yes.
I am the petitioner in item number 16, your lordship.
We are placed in item 15.
15, your lordship. Let's see, your lordship. Let's see them. In both the petitions, your lordship, the order dated your lordship 20th November 2014, your lordship will find at page 51 of my petition, your lordship. In both the writ petition, this is the impugn order, your lordship. This has been
Then
challenged.
can we proceed without the petitioner's counsel? In item, you are in item number
16, your lordship.
15.
Long pending matter, this way, your lordship.
Yes. We'll fix a short date.
Maybe.
But Mr.
E. Ahmed, your lordship.
E. Ahmed, Land Council for the petition in WBC 1529 of 2015. None appears for the petition in WBC 72 of 2015. Okay. 1 week,
Respondent side also is absent, your lordship.
after 1 week,
Maybe any date, your lordship.
you want a date fix?
Maybe, your lordship.
Or
Up to
we
your
say
lordship, I have nothing to say, your lordship.
after 1.
Obliged.
17 to 21.
This matter may taken up along with that Lokman, that 11.
No. My case is different from Lokman Ali.
Then Lordship, matter may be take a hard influence of Mr. K. Gogol because he has been pursuing this matter. Who? Mr. K. Gogol. Lordship.
No, man, let me begin, my lord. At least after that, my lord, because mine is only in regard to appointment, in regard to my date of appointment. And this writ petition is filed in 2014. And the respondent number 4, only I'm praying for item number 19. And he is enjoying the benefit of the provincialization, being a junior most teacher for last 8 years, my lord. So I'm.
So item 19 lordship, I'm a head lordship in respondent lordship. My senior Mr. Mahmood, he also equal lordship. So lordship, he is, and myself also lordship, today I am not fully ready lordship.
My lord, from 2014, my lord, we have been accommodating them, my lord. Today we are in 2023, my lord. How long this will go, my lord?
Let it be lordship.
My lord, in 2014-15, my lord, they cannot seek adjournment like this, my lord, without, and if they have to seek an adjournment, they should at least inform 24 hours before. We come prepared for the cases, and at the last moment, my lord, they will take an adjournment for 2014.
Yes.
Well, let me begin, my lord. I had,
But in this period, lordship. And already lordship, I have appointed lordship, I got the appointment
No,
lordship, he has
that's
not challenged me,
illegal.
lordship.
That's illegal.
Then I'm giving you a short date on that day. If you don't argue, I'm proceeding with the matter.
Yes, lordship,
That's all. Because then a senior counsel is already prepared.
yes, lordship,
This is a 2014 matter.
yes, lordship, in a short.
And if it is to be adjourned, you could have given adjournment slip.
Yes, lord.
This already a notification to the.
Short date, lordship, last conveyal of the lordship, did make the lordship. Lordship on 31st.
No, 31st, I am not there. 31st, I have a matter in the Supreme Court. No, I have a matter fixed in the Supreme Court.
But Mr. B.D. Conwell and his city council assisted by MS.
SG.
And the counsel for the petitioner in WBC number 2891 of 2014. On request made on behalf of Mr. K. Gogol and the standing council higher education. As well as Mr.
I'm yes, lordship, for
S. Hawk. Learned counsel for the respond number
4 lordship.
4. Give a date convenient.
Date lordship, I propose on 30 lordship. My
No,
senior
I
have
have a
contacted
matter.
the-
Your lordship will prepoint it, my lord,
On
because
29?
no, 28, my lord,
28, okay.
That's a Monday.
or 29, my lord. Tuesday. Deep level.
Lordship.
No.
22.
None appears for the petition. Yes, 22 weeks.
My lord, I am sorry, my lord. Actually, one of my colleague is entrusted with the matter, my lord. So he is not available to the my lord.
23 or 24 have not.
Oh,
Item 22.
no, my lord, it's not mine.
It's after 2 weeks.
23 and 24.
Lord, I'm praying for a Passover for the day, my lord. Although it is a old matter, my lord, what has happened, my lord? One of my colleague is holding the brief, my lord. Is some difficulty today, my lord.
On request made by A. Bullion and counsel for the petitioner. List the matter after.
2 weeks, my lord. Mild. Obliged.
Fixed matters.
25.
None appears for the petitioner. Release them.
Lordship, kindly pass over the matter for the time being.
Which item?
Item number 25.
What?
My senior is on the way, Your Lordship.
Maybe taken up at 2 o'clock. Maybe taken up.
After some.
Team 6. Admission. Six.
May it please your lordship. The dispute is here, my lord. As per your lordship will take up the repetition, my lord. Poster advertised, they have appeared. As per guideline, my lord. The marking pattern, my lord, would be page 42, my lord. Page 43, your lordship will come. Where the dispute has arises, that marks for experience marks. Here, my lord, last column, experience as in charge principal. Page 43, my lord. Last column, experience as in charge principal. 1 mark for each year of experience subject to maximum 3 marks. Principal should be authorized by DSC to hold the post. If the DSC has passed an order for holding the post, and he has completed 1 year, my lord, then 1 mark will be allotted to the incumbent. Then your lordship will come to the short, my lord, comparative statement, page 49. Because I'm not starting, because initially you have lordship has gone through, my lord, that advertise, they have taken part.
You proceed to start fresh.
Fresh, yes, ma'am. So, my lord. First, my lord, that respondent number 5, he was earlier appointed as principal, but this honorable court passed an order, the petitioner challenged his appointment, pass an order in page 28, annexure 6.
Annexure?
Annexure 6, page 28. Relevant paragraph portion is at page 32, my lord. Dear my lord, without selection, my lord, earlier select list was, my lord, he has appointed from the earlier select list. So, my lord, it is therefore necessary, last paragraph, last but one, it is therefore necessary that the post of principal of the school, which had fallen vacant following superannuation of so-and-so, is required to be filled up following a fresh selection process. Respondent 5, who was appointed as principal of the school on an erroneous understanding of the legal position, may be continued as in-charge principal of the school, that is on temporary basis during the interim till regular appointment is made following fresh selection. Certainly, he as well as the petitioner would also be eligible to appear in such selection process. The selection is within 4 months from the date received a certificate copy of this order. Accordingly, the post was advertised, my lord. Advertised at page 35. For Kolaigaon, Guwahati High Court order so and so, so and so. according as per orders, inspector, addition, so asked to principal submit seniority censure. So post was advertised, my lord. Thereafter, my lord, this election was held as per guideline. Marking pattern is at page 42. This office memorandum was issued on 26th of December 2018.
Page.
Yes, page 42, my lord. How to select and give in marks, etc. My lord, this is the guideline. In the office memorandum dated 26 December 2018. Here, otherwise it's okay, my lord, but here's in my submission I have made, page 43, that he has given 1 mark wrongly because he has not completed even 6 months as in-charge principal. 1 mark is for completion of 1 year as in-charge principal. Here, my lord, then I'm coming to page 47. After the High Court order, a speaking order was passed by the, oh no, ma'am, not 47. A speaking order was passed at page 33, my lord. Page 33. The additional principal secretary, Bodoland Territorial Council, he has passed a speaking order on the judgment, my lord. 28 August 2019. That in view of the above, the BTC is, last paragraph, is pleased to direct the Director of Education BTC to cause steps for fresh selection to the post of principal in the Kolainga Higher Secondary School within 2 months from today, and further directs to continue the service of Sri Jayanta Saharia in the capacity of in-charge principal of the said school purely on temporary basis following reversion from the post of principal presently held by him to the post of subject teacher, and he will continue so till fresh selection to the post of principal is done within the said 2 months. So after the speaking order, my lord, next.
1
is
minute,
page
1
32.
minute. Yes.
Yes. Thereafter, my lord, on 4th of September, it is this letter of 28 August, that immediately after that, page 34, 4th September 2019. The Director of Education issued the order, my lord, that with reference to the subject cited above, I am to inform you that Sri Jayanta Saharia, existing principal of Kolainga so-and-so, under your jurisdiction, has been reverted to his post of postgraduate teacher in the subject of
You're
political
reading from
science.
page.
34, my lord. He was reverted back as postgraduate teacher.
Yes, continue.
Yes. With reference to the subject cited above, I am to inform you that Sri Jayanta Saharia, existing principal of Kolainga Higher Secondary School, under your jurisdiction, has been reverted to his post, past post of postgraduate teacher in the subject of political science. Filed this office order number so-and-so, dated the 4th September 2019, and the post of principal in the school has fallen vacant. On 4th September, it has fallen vacant as he was reverted back to original post of political science subject teacher. Therefore, you are requested to call the particulars of eligible candidates from the school and submit the same in the prescribed format to this office within 15 days for taking necessary action. On the same day, my lord, this order was issued 4th September 2019, order containing mention number 221/2019, last digit 15. That man, Honorable Court, last occasion has directed to produce, my lord, where I have give a copy of this order.
Where is that order?
Same date, my lord, 4th September. Just now I am given, I have given. And the Bodoland Council, BTC Council also directed, my lord, to. Got it, my lord?
1. Yes.
Yes. So Jayanta Saharia, who was appointed principal of Kolainga Higher Secondary School, Vice Devasama retired under so-and-so appointment, is hereby reverted to his past post of postgraduate teacher in the subject of political science with immediate effect. On that day, he was reverted to. But Sri Jayanta Hazarika, postgraduate teacher of Kolanga High Secondary School under Odalgiri district, is hereby allowed to act as in-charge principal of the school, Vice Sri so-and-so, under so-and-so, dual disbursement salary so-and-so of the staff school till a regular principal is appointed. Dear my lord, I have given a cert, my lord, regarding because this cert your lordship will go through, my lord. For a convenient of your lordship, I have prepared this. The period showing respond number 5, Sri Jayanta Saharia working as a regular principal and in-charge principal of Kolanga Higher Secondary School. So 19/1/2018, the respond number 5 was appointed as regular principal of Kolanga Higher Secondary School. On 12 March 2019, Honorable High Court set aside the appointment of respond number 5 by judgment passed in WPC number so-and-so. On 28/8/2019, it was directed to be completed in 4 months, but they have continued, allowed him to be regular principal. Additional Principal Secretary BTC passed the speaking order on the judgment dated 12 March 2019. 4/9/2019, Director of Education BTC reverted the respond number 5 to the post of PGT, postgraduate teacher. Again, my lord, on 4/9/2019, the respond number 5, a postgraduate teacher was allowed to act as in-charge principal of the aforesaid school till regular principal is appointed. From 19/1/2018 to 4/9/2019, the respond number draw the scale of principal, regular principal. From 4th of September 2019 to the this 4/3/2020, that is selection was made, my lord, draw the scale of postgraduate teacher. So, my lord, from September, my lord, from 4th of September to 2019 to 4th of March 2020, it's, my lord, only 6 months period. So he has not completed 1 year as in-charge principal because he drawn the scale of pay, my lord, for in-charge principal for 6 months. And earlier he was till then, my lord, till 4th of September, till he was reverted back to his original post, he has done the pay scale of regular principal. Although the court has passed the order on 12 March 2019, he continued as principal till 4th of September, my lord, for such a long period. Thereafter, I'm reading, my lord.
So
12
from 19/1/2018 up to
19
4/9/2019.
4/9/2019 to 4/3/2020.
So he completed 1 year,
Not completed 6 months.
6 months. No, 19/1/2018, he was appointed as regular principal.
No, no, he was 19/1/18 to 4/9/2019 as regular principal.
Oh,
For regular principal, there is no marks. For in-charge principal, only marks is there.
let us see the guidelines.
Yes,
Let us see the guidelines.
guideline is at my lord. Page 42, page 43, or let's say, will go. Column 3. They have already got 3 marks, my lord. That experience, column B, experience as postgraduate teacher. 1 mark for every 2 years of experience beyond 15 years of service, subject to maximum of 3 marks. Here, my lord, petitioner as well as the respond number 5 got 3 marks each. Second, my lord, the experience as in-charge principal. 1 mark for each year of experience, subject to maximum of 3 marks. Principal should be authorized by DSC to hold the post. So 1 mark will be given for 1 year as in-charge principal. So he has whatever completed, he has completed as regular principal and got the scale of regular principal. And for less than 6 months, he has continued as in-charge principal. So he is not entitled for this 1 mark.
If in charge principal,
Because
this
he's
is
appointed
for selection to the post of principal, isn't it?
yes, principal. He was initially appointed as principal, but that was without selection. Earlier, from the old list, after retirement of the earlier principal, he was appointed as principal, regular principal. He continued. So my petitioner has challenge his appointment before this honorable court, and honorable court set aside his appointment. Thereafter, honorable court directed to complete the process within 4 months, but they did not. From March to March, April, May, June, July. Anyway, so they have reverted him on 4th of September after 5 months, 6 months. From 4th of September, after he reversion to the original post as subject teacher, same day he was appointed as in-charge principal. So the date of in-charge principal is from 4/9/19 to the date of selection, my lord, as 4th of March 2020. So from, my lord, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 4th of March. March cannot be taken, only 6 months will be taken. From 4th September to 4th March will be 6 months. So for 6 months, he has been illegally given, as my lord, 1 mark more. That's what I have challenged. If his my lord, 1 mark is, my lord, not legally given, then, my lord, my mark will be more, because both of us has got 17 and 17. Comparative statement at page 49, my lord. Me and he has got equal marks. Page 49.
Petitioner serial number,
Petitioner serial number 3, my lord.
Dulaf.
Dulab Bhagan. I also got 17, he also got 17. Response number 5 is at serial number 1, I am at 3. Because the second number he has got lesser mark. So, my lord, if the 1 mark illegally given is gone, then I can be appointed because we got equal marks. That is the main case.
We continue.
Yes, ma'am.
The only question is whether principal can be given 1 mark. If in charge can be given.
I will satisfy your doubt.
Yes, where is that?
That is at page 28.
28.
28. Entire judgment, your lordship, I will not refer. Last 3 paragraphs, your lordship, from page 31. Reverting back to the, may I read, your lordship?
Page?
Page 31.
Yes.
Reverting back to the selection in question, as already noticed, it is a merit-based selection. Candidates come within the zone of consideration. By having eligibility under Rule 12, their case will be considered and selection made on the basis of merit by following the laid down criteria. After selection and appointment of Sri Dibakar Boisya as the principal of the school, many candidates may have attained eligibility in the meanwhile in terms of Rule 12. To exclude them from consideration, falling back on a select which was acted upon and which got exhausted besides being legally unsustainable would also be unfair and arbitrary. It is therefore necessary that this is important, your lordship, paragraph. The post of principal of the school which has fallen vacant following the superannuation of Dibakar Boisya is required to be filled up following a fresh selection process. Respondent number 5, who was appointed as principal of the school on an erroneous understanding of the legal position. Your lordship will kindly note that, your lordship, there is no malice in the appointment of the petitioner. It is an erroneous understanding of the legal position on the basis of which the petitioner was appointed, may be continued. Why he is allowed to continue, your lordship? Since it was an erroneous understanding of the law, and your lordship, this line is important, may be continued as the in-charge principal of the school on temporary basis during the interim till regular appointment is made following fresh selection. Now, your lordship, this word used by this honorable court, they continue, your lordship, it has a specific meaning, your lordship. By using that word, your lordship, this honorable court, your lordship, which has never been put to challenge on no clarification is sought for, your lordship, that the earlier period which I have been serving, it got your lordship sanctity from this honorable court, that will be considered as your lordship if we can, in my humble opinion, your lordship, it itself become a insert basis of insert basis, your lordship. Since that, first of all, your lordship, the petitioner has the already requisite qualification. It was on the basis of some erroneous understanding of the law. He was appointed as a regular teacher. He ought not to have been, your lordship, since it is select list has got, your lordship, exhausted the appointment. But your lordship, since his appointment is on the basis of erroneous understanding, this honorable court allowed him to continue, your lordship. By saying so, your lordship, this period of service I have rendered as a principal, as a regular principal, as a principal IC subsequently, it will have to be considered together, your lordship. Had it been the intention of this honorable court, your lordship, court could have, your lordship, stopped here, your lordship, that which is required to following a fresh selection process. This honorable court could have stopped here, your lordship. But your lordship, deliberately this honorable court allowed, your lordship, the petitioner to continue. And by using the word continue, there is a link between the service rendered by me as a principal and the subsequent service I will be rendering. I had rendered as, your lordship, principal IC. Therefore, your lordship, there is no reason why this period, your lordship, which I serve as a principal, regular principal, would not be considered, your lordship. Therefore, in my humble submission, there is the selection committee has not committed any wrong by considering that period of service I have rendered, your lordship, as a regular principal. And therefore, if your lordship comes to the next page, your lordship will find page 33. This is the order by the additional principal secretary, the BTC, your lordship. While referring to the order of this honorable court, your lordship, last paragraph, in view of the above, the BTC is pleased to direct the Director of Education, BTC, to cause steps for fresh selection to the post of principal in the Kolaigaon HS school within 2 months from today, and further direct to continue the service of Sri Jayanta Sahoria in the capacity of the in-charge principal of the said school purely on temporary basis. Now here also your word use is continue by the BTC authorities, your lordship. And director, your lordship, in subsequent 2 orders, your lordship, allowed to continue. There is no, I have been continuing as such, your lordship. It is not that for one day the charge has been taken over by any other authority, inspector of schools or any other authority, continuously serving. Therefore, your lordship, the question of your lordship not considering my service as a regular principal, your lordship, is not arise at all, your lordship. Therefore, the selection committee rightly considered that period and taking into account that period, your lordship, 1 mark is awarded to me. And secondly, your lordship will kindly see the moment, your lordship, it says principal IC in the experience said, your lordship. In case of serving as a principal IC, there will be 1 mark each for 1 year of service, your lordship. Now, your lordship, why this has been used, your lordship? Once normally, your lordship, what happens, your lordship, that a person who was regularly appointed as principal, he will not come to again appear before a selection board to, your lordship, for appointing it again as a principal, your lordship, in a different school, your lordship. Therefore, your lordship, assuming that most of the cases, your lordship, principal IC post is held by the senior most subject teacher or senior most teacher of the school, your lordship. Therefore, it has, your lordship, the word principal IC is used, your lordship. It cannot envisage a situation like the present one, your lordship, where, your lordship, in a typical case here, your lordship, where the person concerned was appointed as a regular principal, this honorable court held that this is on the basis of an erroneous understanding of the law. Therefore, your lordship, the matter was, your lordship, the authority was directed to go for fresh selection. And then, your lordship, the honorable court says that he will continue as a principal IC. he will continue as a principal IC means, your lordship, that this honorable court has linked the period of service rendered as a principal and the period of subsequent service to be rendered by him as a principal IC will a continuous one, your lordship. Therefore, in my humble submission, your lordship, it will be preposterous to argue that since it says the guideline says, your lordship, that it is only principal IC one will get a marks in the head of experience. Therefore, principal will not be considered. In my humble submission, your lordship, that will probably be not the correct interpretation of the guideline, your lordship. This is, your lordship, so far as this issue is concerned, your lordship. And in fact, your lordship, what is experience, your lordship? Ultimately, what is important is not what manner I am holding the post, either as a principal or as a IC principal. Important is, your lordship, the experience I have gathered as principal. It cannot go away, your lordship, since I am principal, I was principal, not principal IC. Then, your lordship, the experience as a principal, where will to go? I have already gathered that experience, your lordship. That experience, once I gathered, I have your lordship, qualifications, I am eligible. But it is somehow, your lordship, for wrong understanding of the erroneous understanding that was used by this honorable court, that my selection was, your lordship, set aside, and said this honorable court could have said that they would have raised that point, your lordship, that the experience he has gathered as principal should not be considered, since his appointment is not correct. That has not been done by this honorable court, your lordship. And in fact, your lordship, and secondly, your lordship, another aspect is there, your lordship. That is your lordship will kindly come to the minutes of the meeting.
Where is that?
That is, your lordship, page 13.
30.
Page 47, your lordship. Yeah, I can look at the meeting. No, opinion from the decision. May I read it, your lordship? May I read it, your lordship? The meeting of the BTC level selection committee was held on 4/3/2020 under the chairmanship of Sri Robinson Musahari, Principal Secretary, BTC Kokrajhar, for selection of candidate to the post of principal of the following provincialized senior secondary and higher secondary schools under Kokrajhar, Chirang, Udalguri district in BTC area. The committee verified all the records such as leadership skills, administrative ability, integrity, and commanding personality, academic career, etc. of the candidates, including comparative statements of marks scored by the candidates as stipulated under Rule 13 of the Assam Secondary Education Provincialized Service Rule 2003 as amended in 2012, and in accordance with the guidelines for selection of principal of so-and-so higher secondary schools, Vice Govt Office Memorandum dated so-and-so, dated 26 December 2018. The committee also observed, this is important, your lordship will kindly note, the committee also observed that ACRs for the year 2016, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19 in respect of Sri Durlabh Barua, petitioner, your lordship. PGT, Kolaigaon HS school under Udalguri district, which were recorded as very good, have been found false as per report received from the inspector of schools, Udalguri Bhai, letter number so-and-so dated 26 to 2020 and dated 30/12/2019. After threadbare discussion of the commission has adopted following decision in universal. Your lordship will kindly note that, your lordship. There is a categorical finding by the selection committee that the ACRs on which you will get at least 2 marks, your lordship, are false, your lordship. And in fact, there is a referred to a report, and report has been annexed by the BTC authority in its affidavit, your lordship, dated filed in your lordship November 2022. Page 80,
H
80. 80, Your Lordship. Annexure D of the affidavit, first affidavit in opposition filed by the respondent number 3, Your Lordship.
yes.
Your Lordship got it, Your Lordship. This is the Your Lordship report from Sri Bhavan Deuri, AES, Inspector of Schools, Udalguri District Circle. Submission of inquiry report regarding ACR of Sri Durlabh Borua ST Kolaigaon HS School. With reference to the subject cited above, I have the honor to furnish here with the authentication report of ACR received from Principal Kolaigaon HS School for selection of Principal Kolaigaon HS School. In this regard, the undersigned visited the Kolaigaon HS School on 29/11/2019 for inquiry of the matter related to photocopy of ACR belonging to Sri Durlabh Borua, subject teacher of the school. During time of my visit, he could not produce the original ACR dated 24/12/18, and as per information received from the principal Jayanto Sohoria, the ACR issued dated so and so countersigned by the undersigned is genuine, and the ACR issued dated 24/12/2019 without countersign is not genuine. The present principal is Jayanto Sohoria, ex-principal Dibakar Boyso, did not issue the ACR in respect of Durlabh Borua in the year 2018-19, having very good dated so and so, and no proposal have been found from the school authority regarding ACR Durlabh Borua during the year 2018-19. So, the ACR of Durlabh during 2019, which mentioned having very good, is not genuine, and the ACR may be cancelled. Now, Your Lordship, this has not been put to challenge, Your Lordship. In ordinarily, Your Lordship, this is a letter with an adverse report against the petitioner, Your Lordship. He came to know about it, Your Lordship, in November 2022. Even then, this has not been put to challenge, Your Lordship. It is still holding the field, Your Lordship. And with this, Your Lordship, report, he could not claim any marks in the head of ACR also, Your Lordship. And apart from that, Your Lordship, since it is a not said to be a genuine one, Your Lordship, it's the word uses false, Your Lordship. There is a possibility of manipulation, Your Lordship. He may not even be considered for that purpose also, Your Lordship. This is still there, Your Lordship. This is staring at his face, Your Lordship. And till this is there, Your Lordship, this stands, Your Lordship, he cannot claim any marks in the that particular head, Your Lordship. And if it goes, Your Lordship, he again comes down, Your Lordship. Therefore, Your Lordship, from that count also, Your Lordship, from this particular letter communication, Your Lordship, this report, Your Lordship, which has been specifically relied on by the director, Your Lordship, the selection committee in its selection minutes, Your Lordship, the petitioner cannot be considered for the post of principal, Your Lordship. And that is one of the reasons why his case has not been considered, Your Lordship, as reflected from the minutes, Your Lordship.
Let us see the minutes again.
Lordship. This is, Your Lordship, my second leg of, Your Lordship, limb of my argument, Your Lordship. The committee also observed that ACRs for the year 2016, 17, 17, 18, 2018 in respect of Durlabh Borua PGT Kolaigaon HS School under Udalguri district, which were recorded as very good, have been found false as per report received from Inspector of School Udalguri, so and so and so and so. There are two reports, Your Lordship. They have annexed one, Your Lordship. Be that is it may, Your Lordship. This finding of the Inspector of Schools may be wrong, Your Lordship. It may not be a correct finding, Your Lordship. That I don't know.
But your lordship, the appropriate course of action for the petitioner would have been to challenge this particular your lordship inquiry report, based on which certain findings are given in the minutes of the selection committee, your lordship. Even if it is not there also, your lordship, then your lordship, this particular your lordship, the experience is principal, your lordship. That too, your lordship, in my humble submission, there is no question when principal IC, which is not a substantive post, experience as a principal IC will be considered in a person who is holding a substantive post as a principal. Why shall it not be considered? That too, when your lordship, when this honorable court in a judgment passed in a case preferred by the petitioner, give a sanctity, a kind of sanctity, your lordship, or continuity to my service. It is not that had that word of continue is not there, was not there in the order, then yes, she would have a case, your lordship. The petitioner would have a case, your lordship. But it makes a lot of difference, your lordship, fundamental difference to the whole understanding of the your lordship, this experience, consideration of the experience, your lordship. And with this and the second, your lordship, the finding, adverse finding against her, your lordship, in the report of the inspector of schools makes it abundantly clear that the petitioner under no circumstances can be considered for the post of principal. Your lordship, one judgment, your lordship, this is of Jammu and Kashmir High Court on the point of experience. What is experience, your lordship? I have found only this judgment, your lordship, Jammu Kashmir High Court. This is reported in SCC in 1996, SCC online, JNK 66, your lordship. Para 5, your lordship, small judgment, your lordship. By the 1996 SCC online JNK 66. Here the advertisement notice uses the term experience as noun. The term experience of teaching is not defined anywhere. However, the ordinary dictionary meaning of experience is the knowledge or skill resulting from the practical. Para 5, your lord. Here the advertisement notice uses the term experience as noun. The term experience of teaching is not defined anywhere. However, the ordinary dictionary meaning of experience is the knowledge or skill resulting from practical acquaintance with facts and actual observation of the events. Black's Law Dictionary 6th edition gives out the meaning of experience as state, extent, or duration of being engaged in a particular study or work. The real life is contrasted with the ideal or imaginary. In common parlance, experience means the knowledge or wisdom gained by working on a certain post, your lordship. This knowledge, besides other factors, can be gained by observation and interaction. Experience implies skill and knowledge gained by personal knowledge, feeling of actions. The term brings into its fold wisdom gained out of a person's instinctive faculties rather than by reason. It is also signifies learnings by doing. Now, your lordship, if your lordship sees, your lordship, the way it has been given defined, your lordship, the experience, your lordship, experience gained by working on a certain post. The experience I have gained by working on a certain post, that is the principal, your lordship, that is there, your lordship, that cannot go away, your lordship. It means no meaning, your lordship, whether I am holding the post of principal or principal IC, your lordship. Ultimately, same functions, same duties I am discharging, your lordship. Only thing I am not getting the, your lordship, regular salary of the principal at one point of time. At one point of time, I gain it. But the experience I have gathered by working as such, it cannot go away somewhere, your lordship, without away, your lordship. It will always be there, imbibed in me. So that is why, your lordship, this, had it been a case, your lordship, that I am not eligible, or I was not eligible at a relevant point of time from a for holding the post of principal due to lack of qualification, then matter would have been different, your lordship. That is nobody's case, your lordship. And that is why, your lordship, this honorable court in the earlier round of litigation have carefully used those words, erroneous understanding of law, your lordship. There is no malice in it, in my selection, your lordship. And that is why, your lordship, this honorable court used the word continue. Allowed me to continue. And subsequently also, I was continuously holding the post of in charge, your lordship. Ultimately, your lordship, it is a selection made by an expert body constituted by the authorities, your lordship, duly constituted under the, your lordship, statute, your lordship. They have, your lordship, devised the selection criteria. Accordingly, they have applied it, your lordship. When there is no malafide, your lordship, your lordship will find in the entire petition, your lordship, there is no allegation of malafide against anyone, your lordship, not against the selection committee, your lordship. In absence of that, your lordship, when otherwise it is, there is two possible, otherwise, your lordship, it is found to be as per law, your lordship, whether this honorable court in exercise of its power under Article 226 will interfere, your lordship. In a selection process, your lordship, undertaken by a body constituted under the statute, your lordship. In my humble submission, your lordship, probably this honorable court, your lordship, will refrain from interfering in this matter in view of two facts, your lordship, that this period of this, the principal to hold my service as a principal, regular principal, not eligible for getting, your lordship, marks in the head of experience, your lordship. And secondly, your lordship, the fact that his ACR, your lordship, there is a clear findings inquiry that his ACR is false, and he has not put that to challenge at any point of time. It is staring in his face. In view of that, he is not even entitled to, your lordship, participate in the selection process in view of this. And therefore, your lordship, my humble submission before this honorable court is to, your lordship, dismiss the writ petition, your lordship. This is my submission.
Bora, you have a copy of the report, which is mentioned in the minutes of the selection committee, page 13. Page 47.
It's 47. Minus assembly.
One minute is annexed by the petitioner.
Yes.
That is 26 to 2020. Yeah, that is there. But the other one, 30/12/2019. Because here it refers to 3 years ACR.
Lost.
So far as the 30/26 to 2020, it refers to 1 year only. You have a copy of the report, page
Report.
47.
Annexed petition.
No, no, wait,
Wait. ইয়াত দুটা ৰেফাৰেন্স আছে, দুটা ৰিপৰ্টৰ কথা আছে, এটা 30/12/2019, এটা 26/2/2020, 26/2/2020 কথা আছে, 30/12/9
19.
yes.
Yes.
No. This is 26 to 2020. This is already there in your affidavit, annexure D. Okay. Yes. Saike, have you seen a copy of this?
Yes, my lord.
You've got a copy?
Yes, my lord. Page 80.
No. 30/12/2019,
20, 30,
12/2019.
19. Document page number? No, it is in record. I have not received it.
And the other one which is annexed in the affidavit of the respondent,
Yes, ma'am.
BTC,
Yes, ma'am.
that is 2020.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you
And
not?
one
going
is
to- are you-
26 February 2020 by Inspector of School.
You are not challenging this?
Challenging, my lord.
This is the.
That I
this
have
is
not
the-
seen.
This is.
Here, my lord, the ACR is custody of the superior, headmaster, inspector, either inspector or headmaster.
Whatever it is, this is one of the reasons why the committee did not. Consider
It
you
is,
guys.
I am not in custody of my ACR, my lord, because the superior officers give
The
the
report I'm talking about.
report.
Now, this is dangerous for you.
But I have not challenged in the writ petition, of course, my lord. Because, my lord, and in my lord, his number has been reduced, my lord. He was, my lord, earlier as I seen, it was very good. But they have given, my lord, only good, number one only given, not two. Very good, he is entitled for 2 marks. But here he has been allowed, allotted mark only one. That has been good. My lord, regarding ACR, I have stated in my affidavit that, my lord, he is not custodian of the ACR.
It's not a custodian of
Yes,
the
sir.
SCR.
Whatever they have made, in this particular case, his immediate boss, he is a rival here.
Whatever it is.
Principal, he himself is a contestant, I am also contestant. So what they manipulate, what they have did, that is, my lord, he is helpless, my lord. Because
No, he's helpless, but then since the report is there,
report is there.
are you not supposed to be challenging that report? Otherwise, then you.
Then I
you
have to
don't-
amend the
you-
writ petition, my lord.
you don't-
Amend the writ petition, my lord, because I have not been given that copy by the, my lord, petitioner.
Because you were not considered because of this ACR also.
ACR also. And here the page 80, that, and what is in the record, my lord, he is not in custody of that.
No, that copy, I can get a copy for you. There's no issue on that. But you can think it over. Of course, that is detriment to Mr. Bhattapur.
Lordship, since your lordship he has not seen in this proceeding at the.
My
at
lord,
the-
my
at
whole
the
issue is
end
that,
of-
my lord, that guideline has been given by the authority. The selection committee has to strictly follow the guideline. So they are deviating from the whatever it is, they are deviating from the guideline. That is my case. And already I have given lesser marks for ACR. So I have accepted it because I have given
So
lesser
you're
mark.
not, so you're not challenging the SCF.
Challenging, my lord. Otherwise also I will be given more mark, my lord. That's why.
Because
ACM
if you,
Yes, I can challenge, my lord, because
it's up to
in
you.
my
If you're not
affidavit.
interested, I'm not forcing you. I'll
Lordship,
proceed.
No,
I
no.
mean,
No,
Lordship,
my lord,
my
I can
humble submission will
definitely.
be at this stage, your lordship. It's a final argument, your lordship, going on. At their instance, your lordship, this argument has been heard, your lordship. We don't, even if we want some time, your lordship.
I'll file an
the
additional
learned
affidavit,
signal
my
and
lord.
Your lordship always
In that case, your
insist on
lordship
going.
may keep it as a.
No, your
part.
lordship, that is not, that
And my
will not
lord.
be proper, your lordship.
That was my call.
My,
Then my, because many times your lordship has seen the order sheet, my lord, they have been given a time. Now, my lord, if she gives me the report, copy of the report, definitely I can file it additional affidavit and it can come as part heard matter on next
One
Tuesday.
copy was already there in the
already there, your lordship, way back in November
page,
2022, your lordship.
page 80, I think.
Yes, your
Section
lordship.
B.
reply also that they are also.
They have not put through this to challenge your lordship.
I have stated in my reply regarding the SCR.
At this stage, your lordship,
That
it
my
will
lord,
grossly prejudice me. your
Page
lordship.
84, that as regards to the
humble
annual
submission
comprehensive submission, yes, no? Annual comprehensive report, the deponent denied the statement made therein and further states that it is totally maladministration and manipulation of the authority to term it as false SCR. Page 84, my lord, paragraph 5. The petitioner was expecting 2 marks from SCR but was denied by the same group of selection body who appointed respondent number 5 illegally in its early case, which has been set aside and passed by the honorable court by so and so. As such, the respondent 5 was neither correctly assessed by the selection committee nor correct marks were given to him in the interview. So it is a manipulation. I am helpless. SCR I cannot write, my lord. SCR in their custody. And since he is the opponent, he is the contestant for the said post, he has manipulated all these things, my lord. That will be a, my lord, criminal case only, my lord.
Enquiry is being made by the inspector of school, by not by the
Yes, they
principal
are the
lordship.
same, yes.
Enquiry is being made by inspector of school lordship, not by
But,
the principal.
but I have not submitted any SCR, no? SCR in their custody. They know what marks given, not given. But I am being deprived of the mark. I have been given, deprived of the mark. I am not custody of my SCR. SCR either principal or inspector.
See the affidavit filed by the secretary. Department of School Education. Have you got a copy? Affidavit filed by the secretary of School Education.
Jagadish Prasad Brahman.
Have you got a copy? Obviously, you would have got a copy.
Nawaz Chaudhary. Computer, sir.
Do you have a copy?
I'm checking it, my lord. Okay, I different.
Para 11.
कितने फाइल को सेकंड secondary education.
School Education Department.
School education.
It was filed on 12th August 2023.
I'm not having
12th
this
June,
copy, my lord.
12th June.
I'm not having this copy, my lord. Sorry to say.
How can they file without serving your file?
Maybe a receipt is there or not, I don't know, but it is not in my file.
Oh, someone has received one, I don't know, this Tamuli
Tamuli.
on behalf of Mrs. N. Saikia.
It's fine.
Clark,
Clark is Bezbarua, Bezbarua. Clark is Bezbarua. Copy to the action, sir, at least. I have not. And that the deponent begs to state that with regard to
No, no,
Annexure 13 of the.
don't need to read, you read para 11.
Yes, my lord, I'm reading my lord.
Para-
Para 11. Yes, my lord. That the deponent begs to state that with regard to Annexure 13 of the instant writ petition, it is evident and clear that the ACRs for the year so and so, so and so, so and so, in respect of the petitioner so and so, which were recorded as very good, have been found false as per report received from the Inspector of Schools, Udalguri so and so, so and so, so and so, etc. The committee, after threadbare discussion, has resolved unanimously to select respondent 5 as the principal of Kalainga so and so, so and so. So that's the reasons for my lord. Sorry, my lord, I have received this only. So Lordship may kindly give time and keep it as a padhad on for Tuesday next time. Because somebody has received on my behalf, I don't know. The clerk is.
Lordship, one
I'm
of
not in
the,
custody of this.
Lordship, I will not, but your Lordship will kindly say at this.
How many
this
times you have
honorable
taken
court, your
that?
Lordship directed.
I'm not allowing that. I'm just saying that since she has
Lord.
not received a copy.
Because I have not received this copy, my lord. It is not in my file. So somebody received had not given to me, my lord, by mistake. And they have been, my lord, if your lordship check, so many times they have been given time. I have asked only once time, if your lordship remember.
That I know,
Yes, I have
but
never
there are a
asked for
lot of,
time.
there are a
because
lot of flaws on your part.
Still, Lord. Beg your pardon?
There are a lot of flaws. Which-
Now, my lord,
Which should
my.
not be repaired at this stage.
Well, regarding ACR, my lord, they have appointed in violation of the guideline. That will be ignored. And regarding my ACR, nothing is left. Firstly, or whatever, it is their custodian, they have not given me marks. So it is repaired or not repaired does not make any sense to me because I have not got the marks. If they would, I have falsely, my lord, taken marks, that would have been a crime, my lord, offense. But they have not given me marks against the ACR. So what is my fault? Number one. And they have manipulated, I have written in my affidavit, they have manipulated all these things. I am not the custodian of the ACR. It remains with either principal or my lord inspector. They want to deprive me in spite of my good area. If your lordship see the academic career, there also, my lord, I am much better than him, my lord. So, my lord, I'm not onto independent HSLC, he got 49, I got 60%. Higher secondary 49 and 47. BA
Accordingly,
42.
marks are the order.
So, my lord, yes.
Whatever once-
So, my lord, marks are allotted.
It's up to you.
I-
If you want time, I
Yeah.
can give you time till Tuesday.
Tuesday, yes, my
You
lord.
can
Keep it
go,
as padhad, my lord.
you can go through the affidavit file, but
Yes,
then
ma'am.
after that I'll dispose of it.
Yes, ma'am. Keep it as padhad, my lord.
You
Otherwise,
retain the records.
yes, padhad, my lord. Your lordship may keep it as
100%
padhad.
title and
Otherwise, it will go again to another bench. এখন দিয়ক,
Also
মই
had
পুস্তক কৰি দিওঁ।
RV Boral and standing counsel.
পুস্তক কৰি দিওঁ, হা? টাকা পইচা নাই? কোন পতাক?
You have 4 respondents. Mr. Johnson, I heard N Sakiel and counsel for petitioner. Mr. U Sharma, isn't it? Yes. Then it's standing counsel, Secretary Education Department for respond number 1.
And for 2, 3, and
MS RV Boral, then it's standing counsel VTC 4, 2 to 4.
2, 3, and 4.
And Mr. S. Waterful and counsel for respond number 5. Third in part, please for 40 heading again on
Thursday, your lord.
Thursday.
Thursday.
This Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, tomorrow.
31st, your lord.
31st.
36.
Oblige.
Deeply obliged.
Hearing.
You put the reports.
Before my learned friend starts, Willard, I would like to, being an officer of the court, would like to point out that this same issue has already been decided by a coordinate bench of this court. That having no UGC norms, at times, Willard, many college teachers were appointed for the exigencies of service, and they were given time to, in the meantime, to acquire requisite qualifications like clearance of NAT, SLATE, or obtaining PhD degree.
some of the teachers still is not doing. Therefore, perhaps the Deputy Director Higher Education has taken a steps that if you are not doing it, then you will not be given the UGC scale of pay. Perhaps this is the right steps, but considering the length of their service, in a recent case decided by this court, my lord, in WBC number 4803 of 2016, the coordinated bench of this court has held that there is no escape that you have to have the requisite qualification under the UGC regulations. But considering the length of your service that you rendered to the nation, state and the students, they may be, the Director of Higher Education was given direction to allow some more time to them. I believe
Extension of time.
extension of time. I believe your lordship, if you have a look to this judgment, it can be taken care of by that way.
Do you have extra copies?
Then this is the copy, lordship.
You serve him a copy also.
I will provide them the numbers. This will shorten the hearing.
This issue is lordship in respect of persons whose are already regularized in the service with a conditional appointment. Here the petitioner's case is lordship. He is seeking appointment, he is seeking regulation or adjustment under 77/2004 OM, or he is seeking appointment on the basis of the selection which was made in 2000 lordship. So this will not help the petitioner because the issue is it will define it. It was a year regulation. Regulation.
Even when
Regulation.
this man does not possess the requisite qualification under the UGC.
So
For that aspect, if they need some more time, that can be granted, but there is no escape route.
regulation.
So you are saying this
No, lordship.
will not.
This is in respect to the those category of persons, lordship, who were appointed by the state of Assam, lordship, with a conditional appointment that he or she should be completed the PhD or MPhil or PhD or net slate, lordship, within a period of 2 years time, lordship.
So, my lord, now PhD cannot be granted within a period of 2 years. PhD's minimum period is 3 years. One cannot be granted, even if the research is completed, one can complete the research before 3 years, no. Degree will be rendered conferred after the period of 3 years. Net slate one can get twice in a year, June and December.
Okay, yes.
Lord, then in that event, a copy of the judgment may be given to me. And I'll go through it and it may be taken, lordship, or either on Thursday, lordship.
We have no issue.
No
lordship.
issue.
We have no issue, otherwise it will not.
No, my case is a different lordship.
This-
Whatever
this
my
is-
learned friends have submitted.
This case is lordship on
I am
twofold.
MPhil lordship. After doing MA in Assamese, I did my MPhil. And at that time, UGC relaxed that provision that a person is having the MPhil,
Until degrees were never be.
net and select will not be required. That is my case.
At no point of time, lordship, since 1987, lordship, the Ministry of Human Resource Development as well as UGC never, lordship, exempted the net and slate, lordship.
In the earlier round of litigation, lordship, it is held by this honorable court, which I have annexed. That if the person is having the MPhil, is not required to do net.
Where's that? Where's that?
Yes.
I'll give you time, but let me just.
Yes.
With the court's judgment.
Judgment, lordship. Your Honor.
68. 68.
Page 68, lordship, annexure 14.
Relevant portion is at page 71, last paragraph.
Page 72, 71.
Start from 71. The sentence started with as per the extent illusion of.
Page 71, lordship, last para. Referring to the first ground, Mr. Botaku, learned counsel for the petitioner, submit that petitioner had in the meanwhile obtained MPhil degree. As per the existing UGC norms adopted by the government of Assam, conditions having candidates having MPhil degree were exempted from requirement of having net select. That being the position, case of the petitioner is required to be considered by the Director of Higher Secondary Education in terms of the governing body resolution.
Yes,
Having regard to the above matter, it is need. Having regard to the above matter, it is remanded to the Director of Higher Education Assam to consider afresh the resolution of the governing body for the appointment of the petitioner as the lecturer assistant teacher in Assamese in Majuli College pursuant to the pursuant to the selection held on 30th November 2002 in terms of the advertisement dated so and so. This shall be done within a period of 6 weeks from the date of receipt of a certified
Okay.
copy of this
Okay.
order.
Okay.
So Lordship, I fulfill that condition, but after remand of the
That was a
matter.
reporting of submission.
Lordship.
Reporting of submission. It is not the decision of passed by this court. Okay, on request made by Mr.
SP Roy.
S.P. Roy, legal counsel for the petition. Is the matter again on 31st?
My lord, I will be given an extra copy, my lord. I am, UGC was included later on, the very latest stage. They have not served copies, extra copies for filing the.
I have served the copy, Lordship. I am having the acknowledgement.
They have served on impeachment, but they should serve
No.
extra copy also.
Of the writ petition,
Yes.
you have not received a copy.
Extra copy not.
Finish an extra. copy.
Okay.
Okay, then say like this. Mr. S.P. Roy, legal counsel for petitioner shall furnish a extra copy of the writ petition to Mr. L. Sharma, legal counsel, appearing for the respond number,
This one of 5 years.
respond number 5 of the UGC. Stop. When do you want?
I need some time because I'm to file. Because I am completed to answer this particular point.
Okay, then this the matter after 2 weeks,
4 weeks it will take.
3 weeks, there are some holidays.
Cheers.
Oh, 2 weeks.
Will I take a copy of the judgment by senior friend once, my lord?
Yeah, that you can take.
29 and 30 of
Obliged.
supplementary list hearing.
My lord, this matter was heard by my lord, and with regard to my lord, I had come on lien to the Guwahati University. My lord, when I came for lien, it was a continuous appointment I sought, but they limited it to 5 years, they released me. Then, my lord, there was in the meantime, my lord, my lien was terminated. I came before my lord, the second case stays there. Then after considering the matter, my lord wanted my friend to produce a copy of a OM of the, my lord, of the finance department. OM dated 31/12/87. No? And if I can, my lord, before my friend places that, if I can just place, my lord, the FRSR, I think that will, my lord, clarify. And in the peculiar facts that are here, I think, my lord, this is FRSR Assam.
FRSR Assam.
Copy is in it. So copy is in AOM. Is it? You can make.
Yes, put up.
Okay. My lord can have the definition. FR definition, my lord, 9:13.
FR 13.
FR 9, sub rule 13.
FR 9. FR 9.
Sub rule 13, my lord.
Lane.
Lane, my lord. means the title of a government servant to hold substantially or either immediately or on the termination of a period or periods of absence a permanent post, including a tenure post to which has been appointed substantially. Now, this has been, my lord, further taken forward. My lord would have FR 12, my lord. A.
F4 12.
A. Unless in any case it be otherwise provided in these rules, a government servant on substantive appointment to any permanent post acquires a lien on that post and ceases to hold any lien previously acquired on any other post. Now, what according to me, my lord, it means is that a person will have a lien with regard to one post. He cannot have lien in two posts at the same time. 12 also says that. Now, my lord, if when I came from the college, engineering college to Guwahati University, initially I was under the impression, my lord, it's because the appointment order was such that it will be a continuous appointment. But later on, it came out that they had recruited me for 5 years. And my lien was accordingly granted. This was through proper channel, man. Everything was through proper channel. Now, when the lien was being terminated, I filed the second case, and there is a stay order which is continuing till now. My lord, in Guwahati University, I did not get confirmed in against any post. I did not acquire a lien in Guwahati University, which will exhaust my lien in the engineering college. Now, the provision with regard to lien is, my lord, FR 14A, my lord.
Small a?
Big A, my lord.
Yes.
My lord, government servant's lien on a post in no circumstances be terminated, even with his consent, if the result was to leave him without a lien or a suspended lien upon a permanent post. A government servant's lien on a post shall be terminated on his acquiring a lien on a permanent post, whether under the central government or the state government, outside the cadre in which he was born. So, my lord, here I had not acquired any lien on any other post during, my lord, the period. Once the Guwahati University released me, I approached this honorable court. This honorable court, there was a stay, my lord. Subsequently, the matter was heard, and my lord, the matter was dismissed, giving me liberty to explore all other avenues, my lord, wherever I have. I carried it upon appeal. Appeal, my lord, there was a stay, but subsequently it was heard, and my lord, it was also dismissed, upholding the honorable single judge's judgment. Went up to the apex court, my lord, the result was the same. Thereafter, my lord, I submitted my joining report before the college authorities, Jorhat Engineering College authorities. That report was sent to the director. From the director, it went to the government. Nothing has happened till now, my lord, and I am hanging. From that day, I am without any pay or, my lord, any allowances. Nothing is there, and I'm hanging. Now, they have filed an affidavit. In the affidavit, my lord, page 90, para 4, my lord.
Page 90.
90, para 4. My lord has got it.
Yes.
The writ petition, the answering respondent begs to state that as per records submitted along with the application for lien at 12/6/14 forwarded by the Director of Technical Education so-and-so, 15/6/2015, however, he had not applied for the post through proper channel. That's, my lord, with regard to my first appointment. Then my lord, para 8. Page 91. That with regard to the statement made in para 14 of the writ petition, the answering respondent begs to state that as per the Honorable High Court's order dated 22/3/22 in writ appeal number so and so, the petitioner, instead of approaching the competent authority, that is the Department of Higher Education, Government of Assam, for any claim, he went to the Jorat Engineering College to join as associate professor and submitted his joining report on 25/4/22. My lord, I went there. The principal forwarded to the director to the government. They had to respond. I did not rush to the government, my lord. I went to my authority, immediate superior, I submitted my application. Then the process takes place. It goes up to the highest authority. The highest authority has to take a call there. They have not taken that. Now, my lord, page 92, para 10, my lord. That with regard to the statements made in paragraph 18 of the writ petition, the answering respondent begs to state that in WPC number so and so, the Honorable Court ordered that the writ petitioner is found to be not entitled to any relief. Accordingly, this writ petition is dismissed. The lien of the petitioner is not continuing as government-wide notification dated 21/4/2017 terminated his lien with effect from 26/7/2016 on expiry of the lien period. Now, my lord, that order is under stay. It's still continuing. They have not factored that in. There may be an OM for 3 years, 4 years, I'll be given. But my lord, I was continued. There were proceedings before this honorable court, wherein, my lord, I was protected. Now, when, my lord, I have come back, because I have not acquired a lien here, but if I had acquired a lien here, it would have been a different question altogether. Now, I should be allowed to, my lord, rejoin, my lord. I'm not being allowed to rejoin. From the date, my lord, whenever I have, my lord, been joined. And my lord would come to page 94, my lord. Para 16. That joining report reached the government, my lord. It's clear from here. That with regard to the statement made in para 25 of the writ petition, the answering respondent begged to state that the department received a forwarding letter from the Director of Technical Education, Assam, enclosing a report for joining of the petitioner addressed to the principal, Jorat Engineering College, Jorat. It is to be mentioned that original file bearing number so and so was submitted before the Honorable Court on 13/4/21 in respect of so and so, and as the same was received back by the department on 28/2/23. Decision has not been arrived at on the matter, and the views of the finance and other departments on the same are required. So, my lord, your administrative delay cannot cause prejudice to me, my lord. I joined there on 25/4/22. 25/4/22.
Have you taken a decision, Mr. Gogoi, on this?
Lordship, regarding that part, I have no instruction. Otherwise, I have ready for argument. Lordship.
No, let us see what decision you have taken.
Decision part, Lordship, I have not any instruction. Lordship.
Why did you get some instruction?
Then I can,
Especially paragraph 16 is very,
then I can obtain instruction.
very clear.
Otherwise.
Have you got a copy of the OM that this?
Also, we have, Lordship.
Let us have a look. You're not getting your salary still now?
No, man, nothing. 25/4/22 I joined. From that, no salaries.
I will argue that part, Lordship, why he is not entitled for salary, Lordship.
Fine, man, let him argue then. I'll reply. If that is the, yeah.
It's a long way.
Long way, it is a continuation to the Lordship next latest one also, Lordship.
97 only.
97.
Huh?
97.
97. Into 97. It was G2 deleted.
And 97 is the in continuation to Lordship
87, that particular awareness. There is a lordship. Condition is that maximum period 3 years lordship. That was continued in the OM which was still in the field lordship. That was 1997.
97 to latest.
9. 87, 97, different, this is different.
87 of copy.
Reading.
Okay, but Mr. Yuki Nair. Well, senior counsel, assisted by Ms.
M. Das.
M. Das, and counsel for the petition. Stop. Mr. Gogoi, K. Gogoi. Then it's standing counsel technical,
Lordship.
technical education department.
87 are having.
Shall receive instructions
Photocopy.
with regard to decision arrived. To the application, isn't it? To the application made by the petitioner
Lordship, on 25,
on 25 for
22.
Those shall receive instruction with regard to the government's decision in respect of the application made by the petitioner on 25 for 2020. When can you get your instructions?
See,
Tuesday.
now
Are you from Mohol?
we commencing from 28 lordship.
Date का कोई दिन.
On Thursday, I will try, 31st, I will try.
Lordship.
31st, I will try. lordship.
Even if they have kept my lien under suspension, my lord, still I would have been allowed to join, but they have not done neither.
Why he is not allowed to join? And why he is not entitled to join lordship? I will place everything.
Fine, better,
I will place everything with authority lordship.
fine.